Well, hello everybody. Welcome to Highly Motivated. This is the Talk of Talks. This is the smoke session. Look, you come to this without expectation. You come to the smoke session without the want or need of an actual topic. I mean, not that we're not going to talk about things. Of course we're going to talk about things. Let me just quickly get over here and change the privacy on my Facebook post so that other people can watch this as well. They ghost me, so you got to stay on top of things. Okay. All should be right in the world once again. Welcome to the Smoke Sesh. I am incredibly excited today. Why? Because there are so many topics, so much going on in the world around us. Just a lot of things to talk about. Of course, birthday's coming up on the 13th. And just so you know what I'm doing for my birthday, I'm going to go watch micro wrestling. That's right. I'm going to watch little people beat the shit out of each other. I'm excited about that. I think if you're going to celebrate anything, you should go celebrate in a big, adventurous way. Do something that you remember no matter what. So, the show with no topics. What are the topics tonight? What is the topic du jour? I'll tell you what the topics are tonight. Remember I mentioned, if you watched the last episode, on Wednesday, we had a great episode. Listen, Wednesday was amazing. It was fantastic. My grandmother, turned 100 years old. So in that alone, that's a celebration. It's not just a celebration of age or a celebration of life, but it is a celebration of adventure. That's exciting to me. 100 years old. I mean, the amount of, I don't even want to say history, the amount of energy and electrical goings on that you absorb in that amount of time. In 100 years, you've seen so much. So I want to mention what's funny. My nan wanted a letter from the Queen, but she outlived the Queen. The Queen recently passed away, and now Philip and his wife, I can't remember her name now, but that's who sent the letter to my grandmother. The King Philip and one sec. And what's the name of Philip's wife? Philip's wife, the king. Camilla. So Camilla and Philip sent a letter to my grandmother congratulating her on her 100 years. That's a big deal. In England, it's a big deal. And I'll tell you something, she just wanted to outlive the Queen, and she did. She definitely outlived the Queen. So right now, they've got a big party going on over there. I'm excited for everybody. We send all our love, but that was Wednesday's show. So moving on, Wednesday's show, what did I mention? Christopher, welcome to the show. It's good to have you here. Chris, you're gonna love today's show. Nick, you're in the show today. Welcome. Look, today was exciting. I just got here not too long ago. I got here in enough time to roll 3 doinks. So we have 3 doinks tonight. We have a couple nice rosin pens. We have some sugar crumble. I'm excited. So Wednesday's show, we were talking about we were talking about Edward Casey. And there were so many things that we spoke about. I mean, holistic healing that he brought to the Western world, his prophecies, predictions for the future. I mean, how deep we became. And then we started talking about the Akashic Record. Wednesday's show was fire. So I'll tell you, what do I have right there? So Wednesday's show was fire. One of the things I had mentioned that I wanted to talk about on today's show was the Kosarev mirrors. So the Kosarev mirrors, or the Kosarev mirrors dealing with torsion fields. So I want to talk about Nikolai Kosarev today. I know I've butchered the name, but deal with it. That's what it is. It is what it is. Nobody else is going to tell you about this scientist. I heard about this guy 20 years ago, but as a kid, you don't pay attention. You don't listen when you're being told absolute magic. So in a little while, once I like the doink-a-doink, we're going to talk about Nikolai Kozyrev. And the reason I want to talk about him is because this guy was a Russian scientist back in the 40s, 50s. By accident, he was researching torsion fields. And by accident, he discovered something bigger. He discovered something so big. I want to even say time travel. Time travel. Now, not physically, but metaphysically, was able to see in the past and in the future. And this was confirmed by multiple different agencies. So this was a Russian study done by Nikolai Kozyrev, and it's the Kozyrev mirrors. So if you want to look this up and you're curious about this, check it out. I'm telling you, incredible stuff. And so what it is, just to minimize it down really quickly, and I'll tell you all the other things we're going to talk about. But just to minimize it down, Nikolai Kozyrev, a astrophysicist that predicted and theorized many things that became very true. So his work was credited as being incredible work. Aluminum sheets, big, gigantic, tall aluminum sheets, took these sheets and polished them as much as a mirror. So just like you'd see on one of those Airstream RVs, you see that big polished aluminum. Well, that's what this was. Sheets of aluminum that were polished. And then they were set in a Fibonacci sequence, or like a seashell. When you look at a seashell and you see the sequence of how it's almost wrapped, well, that's how these sheets were wrapped around in a circle. And at the center of the Fibonacci sequence of wrapped, polished aluminum sheeting was a chair. Now, this was the original experiment. And when I say I believe it, and the reason I believe it, it was done during a time in Russia when you don't lie to the government. You don't do it, not like here in the United States where you lie to the government constantly. But their scientists did what they said they were doing. They put together what they said they were putting together. And the reason it is so incredible are the findings. By accident, remember, they were researching torsion fields. And by accident, time travel? Looking through realities, possibly? So it may have not been time travel. It may have been being able to see through multiple realities. And we will get into this in a little while. We're gonna talk about Nikolai Kozyrev. Also tonight, I want to talk about magic. The magic of feeling magic, the magic of being magic, the magic of understanding when you're on fire and you follow that. You work with that. You try to get that feeling all the time. Like today, I'll explain what I mean. So today I was in Jacksonville and I was seeing multiple clients. What I have that I'm presenting everybody right now is a beautiful tea. If you go to my website, Oraganji.com, or follow the little thingy up there, or the website right there. Okay. So if you go to the website, you will see some incredible tea blends that I've brought together. And so I was visiting all these places today, and it was just, I was saying all the right things. I was doing all the right things, and everything I did kind of felt like magic. Everything I did felt so good, like you got out of the car and I'm grabbing the things, and it was all just kind of within a vibe. Then I went to go visit the doctors, and I said hi to the doctors. I'm like, how you doing? Fantastic. Got right into talk about cannabis and tea. So being able to infuse your cannabis into your tea. You can use the tea on its own. You could drink the tea without cannabis. One of the places I went to, the guy's like, is there any cannabis in there? I'm like, no. But the tea will give you similar effects without the cannabis. But with the cannabis, you're amplifying not just the tea, but the cannabis and all those beautiful cannabinoids as they blend into your body in their acidic form. Because remember, when you're decarboxylating and you're doing tea, you're doing it under 250 degrees. You're doing it at around 200 to 210. Now, I just want to quickly say, hey, back from Vegas, you're gonna have to tell us all about MJ Biz or BizCon. We've got Nick here. We got everybody. Amit, welcome Amit. Welcome to the show. Tanya, welcome Tanya. See, this is what I enjoy. If you've come to the show, let me explain to you what this is. Just once again, this is a smoke session. This is a talkie talk. This is an opportunity for community to come together and chit chat, spend a few minutes, learn something new, teach each other, and learn together. So, let me not dilly-dally any longer and get the first doink of the Doink-a-Doinks started. This one right here is Gorilla Butter and, I don't know, Gorilla Butter and something else, but delicious. Delicious, I'm telling you. Hey, how are you? We've got Robin here. This is an exciting show. We've got such a great community coming together, and I just want to say hi, everybody. Thank you for being part of the show. I want to remind everyone that, remember, there are no topics, but we're going to talk about some shit tonight. We're talking about Koslev mirrors. We're going to talk about time travel. We're going to talk a little bit about, torsion fields, and we're going to talk about magic. What kind of magic? We're going to talk about your magic. We're going to talk about the magic of kindness. We're going to talk about metaphysical time travel. Actually, before I get into the Koslev mirrors, before I get into all this talk, because we save, all the serious talk until like an hour of the show has gone by. Because it takes me like 20 minutes to get into the show. Let me get the doink started and we'll keep talking. Okay. Oh, fantastic. Oh, the first hit. Now, if you know me, you'll know who I like. This is Goldflower. Goldflower is one of my favorites. And let me see. Who comes up with the names for cannabis? Who does come up with the names? Now, it used to be the names were brought up by the region it was grown in, maybe the last name of the grower, the cross strain that they may have used. So certain things go into it, but this one's Gorilla Butter and, I can't remember the rest. It's delicious. Thunderdome. Two may enter, one shall leave. I think it's Thunderdome and Gorilla Butter. But if you know me, you know what I like. I like Goldflower. Goldflower is a medical cannabis provider here in the state of Florida. If you have a medical card, then you are lucky because you can get a hold of Goldflower, which is probably the best cannabis in the Southern Hemisphere. In the Southern United States. This would be the best cannabis in the Southern United States. In any medical market or medical only market, I would definitely say Goldflower is the best. It is bright. Today is bright. I'm not going to be without the glasses long. So again, thank you for showing up. Thank you for being a part of the smoke session. And so we've got a meet. Welcome to meet. We see I shouted you out at one of the interviews I had at our party. I talked about the tea and specifically how much you by the way, I apologize. I should have the chat up here so everybody can see that as well. That's my bad. Let's talk about tea. And we're going to talk about this other topic. So today I was giving away some teas. I was visiting doctors and I was telling them about the combination of tea and cannabis. And they're telling me they love this. They're telling me they tell all their patients about tea and cannabis. And that's the only way they want them to take it. So I said, well, tell me more. Tell me more. Why? Why specifically are you promoting tea and cannabis? So they said, listen, specifically, it's the only way to get THCA and CBDA. The A stands for the acidic. The acidic means it's going to be attaching to that CB1 receptor, to your neural receptors, before it even gets processed through the body. Amazing. You're going to be dealing with things called CBGA, which is the precursor to THC and CBD. It's the mother of all cannabinoids. So I love tea because tea, like the teas that we've been using in ashwagandha, the elderberry, we have ginger and turmeric, beautiful stuff. You all need to try the tea. The tea is amazing. Even if you don't add cannabis to it, it's okay. It's perfectly fine. Because even if you don't add cannabis, you're still going to get some of the same effects that the cannabis would give you, but lesser, a muted, not so enhanced, kind of a lesser high, a lesser body balance. Or I tell you, after drinking the tea, I'm light on my feet. I'm light with the body. My mind is clear and sharp as a tack, but the body is relaxed and it deals with my pain. It deals with my mood balance. Tea is amazing. So that's why tea. I'm so glad. Thank you. Thank you so much for telling everybody about the tea. Thank you for telling everybody at the event. And now we have Oraganji.com online. You're awesome for telling everybody. Thank you, by the way. I wish I was there. I wish I was at MJ Biz. I heard in Vegas, it was just now in Vegas. It was an excellent event. And I know a lot of people expected me to be there. But, you know, when you're an independent marketer, it's expensive to go to Vegas. It's expensive to get a room and pay for food. Plus, the entire family would want to go. The entire family would be like, wait, you're going to Vegas? No, we're coming with you. And I'd say absolutely. I'd say I wouldn't want to go to Vegas without them. I think everybody would love it. So I have to save up for that. But no, today, I got to tell you. So I had a flat tire today. No, I haven't tried green elevator gummies yet. But now you telling me about it, I'm excited. I had a flat tire today. I was in Jacksonville. So I paid for my flat tire with tea. But, you know, before I started paying, I was like, hey, do you like tea? I mean, are you into tea? And the guy was like, yeah, actually, me and my wife are very into tea. So I explained my tea. And he was like, would you give me tea instead? I'm like, I'll give you tea instead. Tell me that's not awesome. So that's what we're doing here. We're hanging out. We're talking shit. We're enjoying our time. We're enjoying a little smoke. Even if you don't smoke, it's perfectly fine. Even if you don't use gummies or eat cannabis or rub it on your skin as a topical, you don't have to. You're welcome here. We're all welcome. This right here we're all the same under the leaf. All of us. We all have an endocannabinoid system. Whether you are enhancing your endocannabinoid system or replenishing the nutrients in your body, like eating raw cannabis, you know, that gives you magnesium, manganese, omega-3, omega-6, incredible fiber for the body. Right there. All those things you get out of eating raw cannabis. And if you do the tea, you're beginning the decarboxylation process, so you're doing a live decarboxylation in the body. And look, all the tea I do is organic. It's organics or nada. That's what Goldflower taught me. They taught me what organics really mean in cannabis. You taste the difference in your tea. You know, it's a big deal. We see tea is amazing. You don't have to smoke it. Absolutely. Look, a lot of times I don't. I say that, but I smoke for enjoyment. I smoke for immediate mental change, immediate mood change. I'm burning it too hot. You see this right here. So when you're burning the cherry on a joint, it can burn upwards of 2,000 degrees. 2,000 degrees. That's huge. So at 250 degrees, cannabis starts to change. It starts to decarboxylate. And at about 350 to 450 degrees, you're burning off that THC. You're burning off the CBGs and the CBNs and CBCs and CBD. You're getting rid of it. So you don't have to smoke it. Look, Nick doesn't smoke. I don't know, Nick, you're still here. So I know Nick wasn't smoking. Nick was starting to get into gummies or edibles. I make butter. You can make a beautiful butter with Amish butter because it's got a lot of fat content. Yeah, see, Nick is here. Nick, are you smoking again? Is it still bothering your throat? Are you doing edibles? Tell us. What are you into right now? So, while Nick is coming back to us, no, he's not. So I make butter. Oh, completely clean now. Hey, awesome. The greatest thing is I make butter. Now, I've done it with an RSO. Oh, chocolate, that's a different story. Chocolate's fantastic. So when I make a butter, I will go out and buy one of those big blocks of Amish 2-pound butter. 2 pounds of Amish beautiful butter, full of fat, full of gorgeousness. You take this, you're gonna put it on a saucepan. You put it on the saucepan, you let it sit there, put it like 2, let it break down. Then you wanna take your rosin or your high-grade RSO. RSO is an end product, but if that's all you have to use, that's what you have to use. But if you have a good rosin, that's a whole different story. Hey, going on 2 weeks. I don't know how long. It's been a while since I've gone 2 weeks since I've smoked, or used any kind of cannabis as a chocolate or a gummy or anything like that. So, anyways, I use a rosin or an RSO. I'll put it in a Ziploc baggie, and I'll put that in a thing of water, and I'll put that at 2. When the butter is broken down, I take that syringe of concentrate and I inject it into the butter. And then I blend the butter for like 2 minutes. I do this to really try to emulsify it and get it in, but you may need an emulsifier like lecithin powder. A good organic lecithin powder, the butter will become creamy and stay creamy. It won't harden up and it won't separate. There you go. I can't remember. I can't believe I remembered that now. Or I can't, whatever. So that being said, moving on. Oh wait, I got crazy eyes. We got to go back to the glasses. All right, so then you're going to take the butter that you just blended for like 2 minutes and pour it into separate mason jars. And then put that in the fridge, and it's good for over a year. Let me see, doctor said do it for 10 days. Stay clean for 5 days. Look, I like taking tolerance breaks. But when I do a tolerance break, it's maybe for 3 days. In 3 days, I push a good portion of the THC I feel out of my body. And my sleep patterns change, my mood starts to change. When I see that, I realize I like myself better on cannabis. And other people seem to like me better on cannabis. So we don't do that long of tolerance breaks. Second. Okay. I didn't make tea before the show. I didn't have time. I came running into the house. I'm running into the house. I'm throwing things. I had to do a quick shopping on the way home. So I'm just out of time. We always feel like we're out of time until I light up a joint. And then I never feel like I'm out of time. See, Amit is right. He agrees. 3 days. But 3 days. I do the same thing with mushrooms. If I'm doing mushrooms, like psilocybin, any kind of beautiful combination. And when I do mushrooms, listen, it's not just psilocybin. It's lion's mane. It's munapi. It's a combination of different mushrooms. It's not just one. I make sure to lemon tech everything. Everything's lemon teched so that it doesn't mess up my stomach or make me sick. But with psilocybin, if I do, and I'll use psilocybin in chocolate, and I will microdose. I'll take one little square of chocolate. I'll eat that once every 3 days if I have it. Once every 3 days. 3 days. Because your body needs to reset. See, mushrooms and cannabis, totally different. With cannabis, I can just keep smoking until I whatever they call it, where I'm no longer high and I'm just totally sober once again. So I will smoke myself sober. With mushrooms, you can't do that. If you take a large amount when you start off, then you're going to be fucked up. And then if you take any more, it's not going to affect you. Not for 3 days. Not in the same way. Your body has to kind of reset. I'm like ashing all over myself right now. Wait. Okay. So hey, welcome to the show. If I haven't welcomed you already, we're going to do a whole show on microdosing. Amit, we're going to do a whole show on microdosing. So let's quickly talk about this. Let me okay, I don't know how to start with it. I don't know how to begin with this realization. So you are each amazing in your own way, and you each realize that you each have a gift, an ability. And some of you, and this is the only way I know how to describe it, but some of you have an ability that you could talk somebody down from jumping off of a building, or you can turn somebody's day around with just a few words. You can speak with such authenticity and such magic, but you don't realize it. You don't realize it for yourself. You don't see any of that for you, even though those words can come out of your mouth and you can talk to and spread the love of positivity, kindness, community. I'm not talking about me necessarily, and maybe at the same time I am, but you can do so much. But the gifts that you have to reach people and talk to people, the gifts that you have to bring community together, they're not meant for you. They're not meant for you directly. The things you bring to the table, the amazingness that you are, is not directly meant for you. I'm not even sure if it's coming out right. I mean, abilities, talents we have, they're not meant to serve us directly. They're meant for others. You see, consider your special abilities, the ability to speak life to someone. I offer kind words or provide support during the darkest moments for people. These actions change people's lives. Sometimes, look, poking myself in the eye. The amazing words that you can speak, the amazing things that you can say, they're not meant for you. These things change the world. They change everyone around you. And the whole time, though, you always think it's meant for you, and I'll explain. So it's kind of like the duality of giving and receiving. What you're doing is opening up something by just giving with no want of anything back. You're opening up your soul. So often, the people who uplift others struggle to do the same for themselves. Why? Because, their gifts are designed to help others, not to heal themselves, not for your own benefit, not to heal you, not to uplift you. It's for others. It's to uplift others. It's to do for others. It's an amazing thing. It's the simplicity of it. I'll explain. Look, in giving to others, you open up the space for your own healing. The energy you put out can return to you in so many unexpected ways. You are magical. Remember, you are the watcher, you are the eye, you are the creator, you are the supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. That's what you are. You all are. You are all amazing. But you have to see it, you have to believe it. It's not about needs. It's not about wants. It's about belief. Woo, love it. Feel it. Right now when I'm talking, I feel like right now I'm magic. Right now the words are coming out just right, the way I need to say them. That's the magic you need to hold on to. That's the feeling that you need to bring in to everything. I know life is hard and times are tough. Listen, I know. Bring that feeling, that energy. That's magic. It's simple. So this act of giving helps you align with the energies and the opportunities that bring blessings, that bring that frequency into your life. It's about frequency. Oh, we're going to talk about that tonight too. If I can remember, if I come back around to it, frequency time travel. All time is frequency. Everything is frequency. So if we just dial into the right frequency, we're going to talk about that later. I've got some great talking points. I'm telling you, tonight, it is jam-packed, smoke sesh, highly motivated Friday night. Yo, I'm excited. Okay, moving on. But look, it's the act of giving. I'm always talking about when you push out kindness, don't want anything back, don't need anything back. Instead, be open. I love it. Look, it's better to give than to receive, and it is. Just give without wanting, without needing, without thinking that anything is ever going to come back from that. But right there, you are opening up your soul, your chakra, your frequency, your karma, your vibe, your everything that you are. You are opening that up to that. It comes back. Think of yourself as a vessel. Think of yourself as a vessel, and your purpose is to pass the energy of love and support and encouragement to others. The experiences and the knowledge that you gain through these acts, your personal gifts, your gifts that are not meant for you, your gifts that are not meant for your enhancement of life. Through these acts of your personal gifts, helping you grow spiritually and emotionally, it's through the experience. It's for the experience. It's for the energy of it. It's the knowledge and experience of your gift and being able to give it is the purpose of it. Look, it's a paradox of personal struggle. We want something for everything we do. We always want something. Like we want something in return for what we're doing. So I think the paradox of the personal struggle of giving without receiving. Look, so many people are seen as strong or inspirational, often fight their own battles in silence. There are energies that they're able to give, but when the reason they're fighting their own battles inside, the reason that they are struggling is because they don't believe in themselves enough. They don't want to necessarily just give without receiving back. And that's the big difference. That's the big change. They're trying to get something for it. They're looking forward to something coming back or something in payment for the things that I'm doing. I want nothing. So that's why I don't struggle. I don't. I can let go of issues and let go of problems. They're still there. Remember, you grab all the shit, finances, responsibility, emotion, money, blah, blah, blah. Take it all. Put it on that imaginary table. Let it sit there. And then grab out what you need when you need. I don't know. Is it you? Is it me? Is it starting to get warm in here? I think it's starting to get warm. Excuse me. It's cold outside. Look, here in Florida, it gets cold. Us Floridians. I'm not a Floridian, though. I'm like from all over the damn place. But while I'm here, I'm a Floridian. And us Floridians get cold. Let me see. You don't have to give a lot. I'm missing some time. Let me go back here. Let me see. Microdosing helps. It does. That proven making me feel better. Let me see. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Some of the most successful minds talk about vibration and how the universe might be mental. It is mental. We should talk about that in a moment. Oh, I like that. Chris. Everything is mental. Sometimes I see an animal zigzagging in the street and it turns to a trash bag. Ooh, that's I don't know what that is. I mean, maybe it is. Maybe it's through our creation of what we create. I've talked before here. I think about how the philosopher Hobbes, who wrote about the social contact in the Leviathan, also has the first half of the book talking about how everything has a vibration. Yes, it does. See, I'm so glad we're seeing the simplicity of this. Vibration is frequency. Frequency controls everything. You push. So when I talk about the simple way of doing it, that we stand in a pond. We're standing in like a pond of water. Everything we do, we ripple out. And those ripples, they touch energy, lives, frequency, people. They push out there. They come back. They have to hit something and they come back. They come back and bring great frequency, great vibration. That's what they're bringing. They're opening up your third eye or your ethereal soul to goodness, to opportunity. That's the word I was looking for. The word I'm more looking for is it's opening you up to opportunity. If you are attuning your soul, your body to the right frequency, you are opening yourself up to something huge. Look, last show, Wednesday, we were talking about the Akashic record and being able to manifest ourselves into this library of information that spans past, present, and future. Remember, there is no time. Time is a male, human. It's a human construct. Time was created by us. So there is no past. There is no future. There's right now. And it's all happening. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I don't know what the fuck this is. It's all happening right now. And that's why I tell you to let go of the shit that you carry. Don't let it become you. Don't let it become everything that you are. Take it and put it on a table. Deal with it. Don't not deal with it, but deal with it. Don't let it become you, though. Let the moment that you are in become you. Let the energy of now become you. Yes, you're dealing with problems and there's pain and there's hurt and there are issues and And I know, but that's in the past. Every day you're given the opportunity to move forward, not backwards. Now, if you want to see backwards, you can do that. If you want to look backwards, you can do that. But to go backwards, it's like a river. I don't know if this is going to be the right analogy, but time is a river. So if you work really hard and spend your energy and your time and your momentum, you can take that boat that you're sitting in on the river and make it go backwards in time. That means your whole rest of all you're doing is spending energy and force to go backwards in time. Or if you want to just stay right in the moment, you don't have to do anything. You don't have to paddle. You just sit there in the boat and let the now take you where it's going to take you, teach you what it's going to teach you. Or some people are always thinking of the future, planning for the future, becoming something else. So you can paddle that boat, even gently, and you can start going forward on that river and going faster in time. You can go really fast and you can speed yourself through everything. But when you go really fast, you miss all that scenery. You miss everything happening all around you because all you're concentrated on is 10, 20, 30 years down the road. And those of you that are spending all your energy to go backwards, you're spending your energy to go backwards. You're not seeing anything around you. When you let go of the paddle, take a deep breath. Now. It's the now. It's the taste and the smell and the feeling of just experiencing the colors of the leaves, the sunset, the smell of jasmine in the air. Holy shit, that's amazing. But I wouldn't have smelled it if I'm going to the past. I wouldn't have smelled it if all I'm trying to do is get to the future. Because you pass these things by. I'm just saying, that's what it is. So, I think we need to share of ourselves. We need to share our gifts to the world. Don't hold them just for yourself. Don't hold them just for profit. Don't hold it just because this is your divine gift and the only person that will benefit from my divine gift will be me. Why? Give of yourself. Give with no want of anything back. Give without even the thought that you could get something back. Nothing. That gorilla butter, that was delish. I do have one more LA Kush over here, and I still have my favorite, the Emerald Apricot. I'm not gonna smoke it yet. I'm saving that. Me and Ange are gonna smoke this one. This is a 1 gram hand roll, pre-roll. No, actually, I'm probably gonna smoke it on my own. I don't know. We'll see how that works out. I'm just saving it regardless because that is delicious. Delicious. Travi, SST. Welcome to the show. See, I'm glad that you could make it. Highly motivated. Smoke Sesh Friday night. This is everything. Everything we ever wanted this show to be is already happening. Everything that this show is already. It's already happening. The smoke sesh is what I miss. You know, I miss those opportunities that we didn't get together to talk about anything. We got together to smoke, and then we would talk about everything. Look, I don't think we have time for me to get into aliens tonight. I think when I say I want you to give of your gifts, you know, how can you use it to make someone else's day better? How can you use the power and the energy that you have for others? How can you use it? Look, I think you should see your struggles not as weakness, but as part of their journey to help others. Part of your journey helping others is helping you. Without even realizing it, you help them first. Help them with your experience and your knowledge. Help them with your history and understanding of things. It's a ripple effect. Like I said, you're standing in a pond and you're pushing out goodness and kindness You don't have to be nice to be kind, but being kind, you can do every day, and you can push more kindness every single day. Look, the smallest act of kindness, a smile, a word of encouragement, a helping hand. These things create ripples in the pond. These impact countless lives. You may never know how many, but it changes the environment around you, and you are responsible for that. And that's amazing that we can help do something like that that can change the world in even a bigger, more gargantuan way. I tell you, look, it's happened to me many times. I've gone into a room, any retail establishment, TSA checkpoint. I don't know why I'm thinking TSA checkpoint. I don't even know where the hell that came from. Let me get the LA Kush out. Ooh, LA Kush. Delish. It's my second doink. It's okay. I'm 41 minutes in. We can do a second doink at this point. Second doinks at this point. Absolutely fine. Oh, thank you very much, Tanya. I appreciate that. And thank you for coming to the show. I appreciate having you here. See, that's the energy of community. That's right there, the energy that we're all the same under the leaf. We all have an endocannabinoid system. We are all animals, if so to speak. Some of us more animalistic than others. Okay, let me get to the LA Kush. Let me remember, what I'm saying, I've walked into rooms many times and the energy is low. A lot of these nurses' offices, the medical assistants that I deal with, I go into a doctor's office, like today even. I walked in, as soon as I walked in, they're like, what do you need? Hello? How are you today? Yes, how am I today? Great, fantastic. What do you need? That energy, when you're walking into a place, immediately brings a person down. So I let it go, and I keep being me. I let it go, and I push past that. I let it go and bring my energy in any way I can, in an enthusiastic light. Not always positive, but enthusiastic. I thank the Dualistic Unity guys for that. They help me see that not everything I say is positivity, which is right. You don't have to be positive all the time. But enthusiasm for life, it helps you see things differently. I don't know. That was the chit chat right there. That was me talking about the gifts for others. It's your gift. It's your gift. So earlier I also mentioned magic. I mentioned magic. Before we get into the conversation of magic, LA Kush comes first. And I want to remind you, if anybody wants to party, if anybody wants to come party at Orange, I'm not paying for anybody. Just letting you know. Just in case there's like misconceptions or some shit. I don't have any money. Let's not go that route. But no, December 13th, I'm going to party in Keystone Heights at a bar. But I had to get tickets ahead of time. Angie got them for me. Micro wrestling. Angie surprised me with this shit. Actually, it was so quinky dink. She asked me, what do you want to do for your birthday? Nothing really. I don't do anything for birthdays. I don't. And I'm a grouch. I'm a shitty individual leading up to the birthday. Angie said, not this time. She turned around, she goes, but what do you want to do? What do you really want to do? I go, you know something? If there's anything that I want to do, I want to go see little people beat the shit out of each other. I mean, in a fun, family-orientated sort of way. And not little people like kids fighting. That'd be terrible. No, micro wrestling. So she got tickets for the whole family, and we're going. It's going to be on December 13th, a Friday the 13th. Micro wrestling in Keystone Heights. So it's the first time I've mentioned where it's at. If you're in the area and you want to go see micro wrestling, that's the place to be, yo. I'm going to be loud regardless. I'm going to pre-tape the show because I want to spend time with the family. I want to spend time yelling at micro wrestlers. That's what I want to do. So you know something? Boom. That's what it's all about. We're going to see micro wrestling. Yeah! So excited. So if you want to get in on this action, I'm just letting you know it's happening. December 13th, Friday the 13th. What better venue? But I think it's outside of a bar. It's all ages, And I'm ready to rumble. You can see that energy of mine's already ready to go. I've never been this excited about a birthday. The watering hole. The watering hole, is that it? It's the watering hole in Keystone Heights. Holy shit, yeah. I'm excited. I've never been this pumped leading up to a birthday. My grandmother just turned 100 on the 5th. Holy. Isn't that amazing? 100 years old. Can any of you right now imagine living to 100? And listen, in the pictures I saw in the video, she was dancing. She was getting down. Shut up. No, it's not. Tanya's birthday is going to be on Friday the 13th. Get out of here. That is insane. Your back is killing you. I understand. Listen, no. Look, you may have a bit of a drive. I don't know where you are, but if you have a bit of a drive, I don't know if you're close. But when the back hurts, listen, that's a big deal. So I'll be at the watering hole, Keystone Heights, micro wrestling. Come one, come all. You may want to get your tickets early. I don't know how many are still available, but I do know I will be bringing a few doinka-doinka-doinks with me for sure. I mean, you got to carry something with you. And my medical card, just so that I know my safety is always key. But I know it will be an exciting thing. So anyways, what I was saying is I'm not going to go video from the event. I'm going to do a pre-taping. So I'll smoke a joint with everybody on my birthday, a pre-taping before we get to the event. But I'll tell you something, can't wait. The true event will be the micro wrestling. Rain, shine. I hope they don't shut anything. It better not rain. Ooh. I'm gonna contact like some government people I know and be like, yo, you could stop the rain, right? Just like in an area. I did hear that between Keystone Heights, Melrose, and Stark, there's like a witch's curse, which pushes off the rain. I don't know if I can confirm these things. I can't, but I've heard some shit. And sometimes when you hear some shit, you hear some shit. No, Angie is awesome. Angie's 100% awesome. I appreciate it so much. She's taken this birthday and turned it around. And my normal negative Nelly, sorry, but sometimes, told you I'm not always positive. I'm enthusiastic, but not positive. So in that, I am positively enthusiastic about micro wrestling. Let's talk your personal magic, your vibe. The frequency that your body may run at, that just everything is running great. Everything is going great. Even though the world might be crashing around you, you've got magic happening. Every word you say at every meeting was just right. Everything you did, the timing was just boom, boom, boom. Everywhere from, like me, for example, today, I stopped the car, put it in park, sat back, grabbed what I needed, and it was just almost like in a fluid motion. And it was like boom, 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 put it in the jacket, like boom. And I was like, yeah. And I felt that. I mean, as silly as that sounds, I know you've all felt that. I know you felt like you grab something, you do something, you're like, that's right. That's how I'm moving. That's how I'm doing shit. I am moving with a flow, with a vibe, with an energy, with an electricity. So today, like getting out of the car, I did that many different times and got back in the car, put it in the drive, pulled right out. The lights were just working with me. I was just flowing everywhere I went. I walked into two places and like, Oren, where have you been? We were just talking about you. I'm like, there you go. See? It's that magic that brought me, that vibe, that frequency. And if you ride that wave, if you ride that understanding, that right there, how every word and action and gesture kind of just aligned perfectly, you see? So, I don't know how you'd be able though to reflect back on this and not only acknowledge it, the signs of being in sync, your breathing, your movements, your words, your higher self. You are in that higher universe, or you're putting your frequency in that flow. That flow right there. Wow. Amit, thank you. Thank you for coming to the show. We appreciate it greatly. You were fantastic. Amit, we'll definitely catch you again. Remember, we're going to be on Sunday and then Wednesday. So it's Friday, Sunday, Wednesday, 8 o'clock live all the time. And that's for everybody. We are here on the LinkedIn, the Facebook, the YouTube, the Twitch. At the moment, Instagram can wait, but we're on all the others. Live at 8 o'clock. 3 times a week, smoke sesh. That's it. No topics, just motivating each other as community. No expectations. Just a little smoky, toky, talk. So Amit, you have a fantastic night. I appreciate you coming. So the magic that I'm talking about, and the magic that people kind of forget about, it's a frequency of magic. And it's a frequency that we can tap into when we're aligned with confidence, intuition, and purpose. When we feel that intuition, that purpose, that alignment. I think that's our connection with that like that higher self. Right now, I'm not vibing, I'm just ashing all over myself. But it's also about letting go and living in the now. Acting in the now. If you're thinking about the past, you're not going to vibe. If you're thinking about the future, you're not going to vibe. Your vibe is going to come from that confidence of now. It's going to come from the confidence of everything is now. Not in the past, not in the future. So you have to be able to let go of that controlling your whole day. You have to let go of that controlling what shapes you and molds you as an individual. And it's not even about meditation. It's just about being in the now. And you're able to get into that vibe, that it's a frequency that we tap into when we're aligned. We are aligned, and then we get that intuition. We get that purpose. We get it all coming together. You feeling magical. It isn't about luck. It's not about luck. It's about recognizing your own energy, your power, your flow. It's amazing. It's amazing. Look, it's not luck. You are creating your own luck. You are creating your own destiny. You are creating your own amazing. You have to believe in you, your energy, your power. Because look, the energy and the power that you look for, it's already there. It's already you. It's already within. So it's getting in line with that frequency, getting in line with that confidence. And that vibe comes together. It's about recognizing your energy. It's about recognizing power, recognizing flow. It's about recognizing you. Look, staying in this magical frequency, such as, taking mindfulness, staying grounded, focusing on the present moment, in the now. It does everything. These glasses are hard. They make my sweat. But it's so bright. Okay. Thank you again, everybody who's joining me from all different networks. Remember, you don't have to smoke. Have a good night to you as well. Absolutely. I hope you're ready for a good game. I am ready. I am ready for some serious soccer. I am ready for a powerhouse performance because I already feel it. I feel that energy because I feel like, I don't know, I feel like the kids are ready. We have a soccer game tomorrow, and I'm really excited about it. I feel like the kids are pumped. I feel like they're pumped and they're ready. So that's going to happen tomorrow. Can't wait. Yes, it's going to be very exciting. I'm manifesting good energy and good teamwork. My whole thing's not about winning. If I see the kids passing the ball back and forth to each other, holy shit, that's everything. That right there means they've gone beyond the selfishness of the individuality, or I'm alone on the team. Instead, then they said, no, I'm not alone. I am a team. I am part of a team. They start passing it, and then they're getting goals. Great. Pass first. Then we'll worry about the goals. I'm more interested in their friendships. I want them to have true, authentic friendships that go beyond the sport. Because I'm not a big sports person. I'm much more into sci-fi. Actually, most times you'll ask me what teams are playing, and I'm going to look at you funny. Or I'll just go silent. I'll be like, I don't talk about that. I like to keep that stuff silent. To myself. Why? It's sports. I'm like, it's just one of those things. No, I'm glad you're pumped, because we are pumped as well. There's been some practicing going on. That goals being shot, my little Tinkerbell is going to do wonders while she dances around and confuses the other team. That's what she's going to do. So use your strengths. Use the strengths that you didn't know you had. You know, my daughter's not the best at playing soccer, but she loves it, and she enjoys the camaraderie of people. So when I have her out there, I'm gonna tell her, go make some friends with the other team. So there's a little bit of distraction going on, and that's what it's gonna all be about. Yes. So everybody joining me from all the different networks, thank you again. I do appreciate it. So we're here, we're talking about magic, we're talking about kindness, we're talking about, I don't know, it's getting into that, using this magic as your personal confidence. I mean, this feeling can be a tool for boosting self-confidence and breaking through self-doubt. Being on that frequency, on that vibe, you're going into a meeting, you just put yourself in that vibe. You walk into that meeting and you talk a different way. You perform a different way. Don't have any expectations on the things that you do. Be a surprise even to yourself sometimes. You know, to me, it's a tool. I say this feeling's it's a mental touchstone that you should be able to revisit whenever you need it. Revisit whenever you know it's going to be a hard conversation. Let's go ahead and go in with a different vibe. This meeting's a tough one. Let me change my vibe. Let me get in there and kind of be like, you know, it's the not caring what they think. It's the not giving a shit what anybody thinks. I don't. I don't care what you may judge me. Judge me. I don't give a shit. I don't know what the hell you're saying, so it doesn't bother me. And if I were to read it somewhere, it's your opinion. Be as you may. Enjoy it. It's not for me. Instead, I'm authentically living my own life the way I want to. With my want. No want, no belief. Or no want, no need. Instead, my belief in how life should be. My belief in how I can give back, how I can care, how I can help, where I can help, with what kind of gifts and what purpose. So I'm not gonna let somebody else judge me and my purpose. Judge me and my mission in life. Judge me and my energy. I don't wear a mask for anybody anymore. Not for a boss, because I don't have a boss. Not for, I don't know. I don't even know who I would wear a mask for, because I am the authentic me every single day. It doesn't go down well always. It's hard to digest sometimes. I'm opinionated. And I am strong in my opinions. It's hard to waver. Somebody who knows they're right through fact, not just opinion. Okay, look. All that being said, I don't know what the hell we were talking about. Okay, let's talk about the topic du jour. Because look, we've gone an hour in. I know, it takes me a while. And I did not want this because we had other things to talk about. Like when I said metaphysical time travel. Hey, thank you for joining me on tonight's show. Have a fantastic night. And see, that's what's awesome. As community, we can get together for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, whatever it might be. That's what we are. That's what we get together as. That's what community is. So I love it. It's fantastic. Thank you for joining. Anybody who can join me for any time that you join me, it's awesome. And remember, these episodes you can watch them later. You can fast forward. They're on Facebook, on YouTube as Oraganji. You can go to Oraganji.com, my website, and see all the past episodes. Or, of course, YouTube. The LA Kush isn't as tasty as the Gorilla Butter. Tropic Thunder. I don't know why I keep saying it's Tropic. Maybe it's Tropic Thunder, Gorilla Butter. Whatever it is, that was delicious. This is good too. Really enjoying it. But there's strains that lean in different ways. So tonight, I also want to talk about frequency as a reality's address. Everything in the universe operates on unique frequencies, kind of similar to addresses for time, places, and states of being. Look, remember, I can't remember it now. I mean, I can't believe I cannot remember it right now. Stargate. Wow, that was something. So Stargate was a show where they had this big, gigantic, round Stargate, and they would dial in addresses. And these addresses then would open up a portal. That frequency would dial in and open up a portal into another Stargate. So, can it be that easy? Like kind of shifting our frequency. Could we potentially align with an alternate timeline or an alternate reality? I mean, look, when I talk about frequency is more than just what you're putting out in the world around you. Frequency is also what you're creating, what you're living, what you're becoming. Look, frequency is everything. That's what we are. We are energy. We are frequency. We are vibration. And that changes the world around us. So the alignment with alternate, infinite timelines or realities. I mean, when I say infinite timelines, because I'm going to talk about it in a moment here, I think it was Hugh Everett's Many Worlds. But instead of physical travel, consider time as a fluid construct where it's shifting in consciousness or perception, and it creates an access to the past, or maybe to future events, or to alternate present realities. So look, this aligns with theories from quantum mechanics and metaphysics. It's already aligning with theoretical mathematics, quantum mathematics, quantum mechanics, quantum physics, string theory. I don't think string theory is part of it. That's just throwing it in. You know, so all right, there was a guy, Hugh Everett's Many Worlds interpretation. Every decision creates branching timelines. And that is suggesting that alternate realities exist and could be, you could be able to manage your way through them through quantum means, quantum entanglement. This guy referred to choice points. Hugh Everett. He referred to choice points where timelines diverge, indicating possible moments to shift between realities. Now, to me, that's also places in the earth that the magnetosphere, the magnetic energies are very powerful, or places on the earth that have a metaphysical, like in Ireland, they have many places that create portals, or there's here in the United States, there's a show, Blind Frog Ranch. Also, the Bigelow Ranch. These are places that are actually, I mean, this is amazing. Look, theoretical physicist Michio Kaku has also explored the idea of time travel through higher dimensional spaces, linking those shifts in consciousness to potential multidimensional navigation. That's huge. That means this is real. That means some of the shit I think about is actually, hey, wait a second, there's other people have thought this thing, and other people with much greater minds than myself, much greater. So look, in 1901, Anne Moberly and Eleanor Jordan at the Versailles suggested that certain places might naturally align with other timelines or historical moments. Their experience that they had, later verified through historical details, hints at the possibility of temporal overlaps influenced by environmental factors or heightened perception. Again, it was in 1901. It was the experiences of Anne Moberly and Eleanor Jordan. And this happened at the Versailles, I don't know. I'm going to butcher words. It is what it is. But if you want to know more, look up those people. But they had an experience with time shift dilation together. And they understood that it was a frequency that kind of shifted them. Look, let's talk DMT and how your perception shifts, your understanding shifts. So there was research by Rick Strassman on the psychedelic compound DMT. So it revealed experiences that suggest consciousness can access alternate realities. So all the participants described interactions with people and extraterrestrial beings, as well as other environments outside of ordinary space and time. I'm definitely jazzed by some of this stuff. I think frequency can change so much. Stargate is really awesome. Yeah, never a boring episode. Always something good going on. Always. And it kind of made me feel like some of that was desensitizing us to what, in a sense, maybe not like that, but in a sense could be going on. And right now, we are so desensitized to aliens or visitors. There are multiple drones in the sky every night being videotaped from multiple different angles, and these drones are the size of vehicles. And we're calling them drones because that is easily digestible. I'm not being a conspiracy theorist. These videos are very telling. Are we so desensitized? Are we so, I don't know, are we so, it doesn't bother us? I don't know. Let me see, Stargates. I see people injecting oil in their body all the time for athletic performance. I've seen that, and I've seen some of the videos for that. That's terrible. Steroids suspended in oil. Wow. Wow. That's wow. We are entering into that age, though, where we are doing body modifications, enhancements. I mean, I think there's a movie right now about where this lady's gonna be cutting off her leg to put on an enhancement so that she can be in this bionics Olympics or something. I mean, it's a futurist movie with a futurist understanding, but is that desensitizing us? Look, I've talked about it so many times that I feel like we have shifted. I have shifted twice where I know something happened, something's different. And I've talked about it on the show, where I have gone through two weird time shifts and where I feel like I was bounced into a different reality. I mean, I even feel like now, not just because I'm getting older, but because I don't recognize myself the same way. I mean, I talk like me, I think like me, but I don't completely look like me. Now, that could be because age is catching up, and Or, or I haven't shaved in a little while. That could be it. Delicious. It is delicious. It's not nutritious, but it is delicious. Just because it says doctor on there doesn't mean it's good. But originally, that was designed, Dr. Pepper was designed as a medication. Isn't that wild? We're talking about since when? Does it say established in 1885? Back in 1885, Dr. Pepper was a medication. Isn't that wild? So, and I want to thank my Twitch audience. I never usually get to do that. And I just want to say, Twitch, thank you for joining me. My YouTube audience individually, I'd like to thank you. My Facebook audience, I figured out one of the issues, so now I can see chat from Facebook. But it's something I have to make sure to do at the beginning of every show, just to make sure I'm doing it. So, so is cola. Coca-Cola for stomach upset. Originally, these sodas were designed as medication. I find that wild. So was morphine and cocaine. A coca. So the cocaine originally was a medication that people absolutely loved. I don't think there were many people that didn't enjoy that. No, but it destroyed them. It killed them. We didn't know anything. Look, I don't know if you've ever watched 1,000 Ways to Die in the West. Great movie. If you haven't seen that, I know everybody heard that voice just now. It's the first time I've heard a voice. It's kind of creeped me out a little bit. I get creeped out easily. It's the later it gets, the more I'm kind of especially now it's gotten dark, super fast. Oh, let me light this back up really quickly. Okay. I'm glad to hear it's part of the song. If anybody's curious, this music, by the way, is AI generated. It is AI generated and it changes by the pitch and volume of my voice. It changes by the tempo and the beats per minute, or the BPM. I don't know if it changes by movement. Oh, maybe it does. That was a quick change up. I didn't know I could change it by movement. Oh, I'm excited now. We're going to try some shit in a moment. I'll do it again in a second. It's kind of a nice beat. I don't want to stop it yet. There are some amazing oils. Let me see. The universe itself is alive in ways we cannot fully comprehend. We are indeed also the universe. Pretty far out stuff. And it is. We are not only made of the stuff of stars. We're not only made of the universe. We are the universe. We are part of, even though you think you're so small, you're not. You're part of the larger energy. And maybe we right now, as the individual energy, are here to experience. And what we were talking about earlier, the gifts that we have, when we can give them to others or make it available for others to enjoy and prosper in life and help others. That helps us. Because again, in our physical form, we are here to experience. We are here for the historical experiential, I don't know where the hell I'm going with this exactly. Just, we are here to learn, to become it, understand it. Maybe that's how we learn from it. We learn from our abilities for others. That's our gift back. Okay, there's still one more topic tonight, which I still think is the most important. I did want to say time is a frequency, and this will lead us into our next part of our conversation. There are theoretical frameworks in string theory and quantum mechanics that propose that time might not be linear, but a function of vibrational energy. By attuning to a specific frequency, one might dial in a different point in time or existence. Now, there are other scientists that have spoken about this, that time is physical. Time is not linear. It's not future, past, present. It's right now. Everything is now. Everything's happening right now. So I guess that's linear. But in that, it is vibrational energy. It is physical, changeable vibrational energy. And exactly that, is there a way to dial in? And could frequency modulation explain phenomenon like deja vu or parallel universe experiences? I mean, how might technology or consciousness be developed to actively tune frequencies into this vibrational energy? Told you we get deep. We get deep after like an hour. I mean, are we able to DMT infuse our ability? Like, does DMT get us? Like, when people do DMT, does that bring us to that level where vibrational energy is malleable, where we can connect through realities? It's something to talk about. It's something to get into, and maybe we should have a thought, a talk, an episode about certain drug usage and being able to cross boundaries through vibrational energy, frequency, talking to aliens. I mean, I've heard a lot of things. I haven't done it. I haven't gone that level yet, and that's something I'd like to do in a very large group. That's something I'd like to do with somebody who can guide me through an experience. I mean, I don't know. I've heard many different things, like ayahuasca. I've heard many things about that. Seeing the fabric of space and time, understanding that your oneness, it's part of everything, but you are just singular, and you are energy, and understanding that you are energy, and understanding that you are part of everything. But it's when you see it, you understand it. But then what do you do with it from that point? From the understanding of it, what do you do with it? Okay. Look, explore how your mood, your energy, your focus shift, the perception of time. Do things like meditative visualization or sound frequency exposure to tune your consciousness into different possibilities. Okay, let's talk a little bit different possibility here really quickly. Not really quickly, maybe it's gonna take me forever. Look, the Kosterev mirror. I keep saying it wrong. Kosterev, it's Nikolai, I'm trying to get into like the accent, maybe I'll say it better. Nikolai Kosterev. So he was an astrophysicist. He proposed that time is not just a measurement, but a physical substance or energy field. We were just talking vibrational energy. So time travel, frequency, dialing some shit in. And now we're talking Nikolai Kozyrev and his theories on time and his incredible inventions and the studies that were done by him, by the Russian government, by the American government twice. Okay, let me see if we can change up the music a bit here. Oh, spacey shit. There we go, okay. Now we'll see how this works out. So Kostyrev proposed that time is not just a measurement, but it is physical. So I said it a second ago, vibrational energy being physical. Time could be harnessed and manipulated, influencing the flow of energy and matter in the universe. Look, he believed in causal mechanics, where cause and effect are directly linked by the energy of time. So this aligns with the idea that time could influence the human mind, allowing individuals to access non-linear experiences. It's about dialing in. It's about letting go and dialing in. Now, these experiences that these users or these individuals that he had in these studies, they in the beginning, many experienced almost immediate nausea. They couldn't be inside of his device, and we'll explain what his device was in just a moment. The simplicity of his device. So, how does the perception of time affect human consciousness? Could time be a form of energy that flows differently in various circumstances or altered states of consciousness? Very spacey shit. We're going to try something a little different. What happened there? I don't know if I'm liking this yet. All right, whatever. So we're just going to put this one down. Just not feeling it. What's going on with the music here? It's like, come on, AI, feel me out. I don't know. I wish we can get some like just smooth reggae, maybe some nice drum beats or something. Okay, we'll go with this for a moment. Okay, so Kostyrev was an astrophysicist, and he was an incredibly good astrophysicist, where even now, later in time, some of his theories have been proved 100% freaking right, which to me, that's amazing on its own. Oh, I missed some chat. Sorry, here we go. Music thing is really cool. It did seem to change when you made a movement. Would you say the music is jazz? I hate reggae. Dislike. Reggae is many different things. Reggae is not just dance hall. Reggae is a feeling. You know, you look at things like Bob Marley. It's music that's frequency and it's universal. I mean, I wouldn't say necessarily like one love, one heart. Let's get together and feel all right. That's not necessarily reggae. That right there is a music of frequency. That right there is a music of people and community. It's not just a community of smokers. It's not just a community of people who've been to Jamaica. It's a community of people that have been touched by an individual's voice and frequency and words of simple coming together. I mean, listen to that. I don't know if I can even do it again. This is actually, I like this jam. But that's exactly it. Reggae is more than reggaeton, which is the combination of reggae and salsa mixes or Spanish music or Spanish rap there are so many combinations. I used to do a mix of techno and reggae. So it was reggae, techno, digital reggae. Amazing stuff. I love industrial sound. I love creating sound from where there is none. I heard it today. The music of mushrooms. Oh, wow. I mean, they hooked up and it was how they were communicating back and forth to each other. They were creating music. They were talking. And then later I heard a pine tree. Wow. Each with the pine tree was like drums. It was like, and just what an even beat. This big giant tree, and you can feel the energy coming from it. I have to get one of these devices. I have to find what they were using. The one guy had a big setup. There was a lot going on to listen to mushrooms, but they sound magical. I've got to get one of those little drums, you know. It's like a rain drum or something. That's what I want to get. Those frequencies, the sounds. It's like the home or all these different sounds, they open up different brain channels or, I don't know, one made me itch just now. Okay. So we're talking about Kostyrev. And we're talking about him as an astrophysicist and what he understood or what he thought about time. So let's talk about the Kosarev mirrors. And that's what we're really here to talk about tonight. I know, an hour and a half in, and now I'm talking about it. Well, that's how it's got to be. The design of these mirrors, they were made of a polished aluminum, bent into spirals that could reflect and focus the flow of torsion fields. You're not going to hear this anywhere else. The purpose was to create an environment where torsion fields, or the flow of time, could be manipulated to enhance human perception or interaction with other dimensions. We're getting deep, aren't we? Let me tell you something. This is a good deep. These studies were done in a time that you don't lie to the Russian government. None of those scientists were like, if they couldn't prove something or do something, they abandoned the project. They stopped spending. But when you could prove what you could do, you had to report, and they came to look. The Russians, if you don't do a good job, the Russians, off with your head. You're not just off with your head. It was a bad test. I don't care, a bad test. Off with your head. So maybe that's a little extreme. Maybe that's a little extreme for Soviet Russia, but I'm throwing it out there. So the purpose was to create an environment where torsion fields, and you can control the flow of time with these polished aluminum sheets that were reflecting each other. And again, done in this Fibonacci-styled spiral. Reports from participants, and many participants, we're talking about participants in the original studies and then those in the much later studies done in the United States and in Europe, but visions of historical or future events, experiences of multi-dimensional travel or telepathic connections, feelings of heightened intuition or altered mental states. Originally, these participants were nauseous, couldn't get their balance. That means it's like what they would do, they would sit in a chair in the middle of this Fibonacci spiral of polished aluminum mirrors, we'll call it. So these original studies were done. The Soviet Russia took these studies and they said, no, nobody's going to know about this. So they hid the studies. And then later, like I think it was like 10 years later, 15 years later, 20 years later, I think, the studies were pulled back out and by Russia and Europe and some people in Europe, and they studied it once again. And they recreated, I think with Kosovo, they recreated the machine so that it wasn't this big walk into a room machine, but it was, you'd lay down in this unit that was in a Fibonacci polished mirror spiral. So that you're able to, and I guess it's better for balance for the participants. I don't know the details of that. But the relationship between physical structures like these mirrors and mental phenomenon. What role does the isolation play in enhancing the perception or consciousness? And is this required, obviously, our altered perception in order to be able to accept travel into another reality or dimensional field? It's deep. I know it's deep. It's deep because it's been studied. It's deep because many blind studies, meaning other participants didn't know what others had said, and they were all given the same the same topic or the same whatever the something it was to think about, to go in there and think about, and each participant came out and told of their experiences in an isolated way. I think that's wild. I think so torsion fields, theoretical basis. It's an idea in theoretical physics suggesting that spinning objects create torsion fields, which can affect the space-time continuum. Torsion fields are linked to non-local interactions, so things that would be influencing distant objects without direct connection. People who believe in torsion fields might explain phenomenon like telepathy, remote viewing, or time travel. Hold on a second. I just want to peek and see if everything's okay. Seems to be. Okay. I heard something. It was such a strange thing, like a drum, like a brrr. I was like, the fuck was that? I mean, it could be the music, so I'm listening if I hear it again. But then I could hear it over here. I heard. Unless my sound system here is much better than realized, I don't think it is. Because there are some nice drums happening. This is a rockin' beat. Okay, so see what I mean? Reggaeton, nothing like reggae, but it is. It's reggae, and there is magic. I'm sorry, I just read the comment. Put the bass guitar in the music mix. You have okay. So let's talk torsion fields, a bridge. People who believe in torsion fields might explain those phenomena like telepathy, remote viewing, time travel. These are created. So could torsion fields bridge the gap between consciousness and quantum mechanics? How might torsion fields explain non-locality in quantum physics? See? Big questions. Big questions. That's why we wait until, like, you know, we wait till we're in a bit. Okay, excuse me. Oh, the Dr. Pepper, so good. Just gassy. Okay. So the connection to the Fibonacci and to the sacred geometry, this is something I want to quickly talk about, because why are these wrapped in a Fibonacci sequence? The spiral design of the mirrors mimics the Fibonacci sequence found in natural phenomena, like our DNA is like a Fibonacci. Shells, galaxies. So if you look at a galaxy and the way it kind of spins and respins, so it spins out and it spins inward almost at the same time. I don't know what the fuck this is right there, but that's me showing that to you. So these spirals are believed to align with natural energy flows, amplifying the effects of torsion fields. Sacred geometry suggests that certain patterns hold universal energetic properties. What am I doing to this thing? Like beating it up. This mix is reggae? No. No, this is a good drum beat. This is a good drum beat with some mystical shit mixed in. This is a couple of things that I selected to go together. And it's going to probably change out because it does that if I select too many. Then it confuses itself. Maybe I confuse it. It's only good for like 30 minutes before it freaks out. But this mix isn't very reggae. This mix would be more, I don't know. This is just a smooth mix. This is just smooth, some drum and bass, okay, maybe this is a little reggae. I mean, now that I'm listening to it. By the way, I want to thank everybody once again for coming to the show. Thank you all for joining us tonight on a Friday night. Just wanted to remind you quickly, don't forget, you can catch us Friday, Sunday, and Wednesday. Oh, see the other one I mixed. Hold it. Is it going to do it? It's like it's trying to catch up to itself. It's like there's a horse in the background trotting, just pull up. It's like the horse falls into the musical scene. I don't know if I'm feeling it, you know? So anyways, yeah, no, it's just got me completely somewhere. I don't know where the hell it's got me. I'm not sure. I'm not sure where it's taken me. I don't want to influence it yet. I want to let it influence itself. See, when I'm talking, I influence it. I just want, wait, let me finish. First, thank you everybody for showing up. You can always catch me Friday, Sunday, and Wednesday, 8 o'clock live. So I wanted to mention that could the Fibonacci sequence play a role in connecting consciousness to universal structures? Now, Kosovov's ideas are not widely accepted in mainstream science, and there are parallels with quantum mechanics, holographic universe theory, the noetic science, but quantum mechanics, non-locality, wave-particle duality, and the influence of observation on reality. Holograph universe, the idea that reality is a projection where all information is interconnected. I kind of believe that one. And noetic science, studies on how consciousness interact with physical reality. And I believe in that a bit too. So I believe when we open our minds up to the possibility of different science, like the stuff that I am presenting here, the things that I'm kind of bringing to the table. This is, I mean, it's fringe theories, fringe science that is making more sense every single day. So I'm just giving you alternate science, alternate theories, alternate realities here. And when you open up your mind to these things, you start to question. You should question everything. You shouldn't just accept what the news tells you. You should never accept just what your parents tell you. You should never accept what anybody tells you. It's what you tell you, what you've taken in from everything, what you have assimilated from the situation du jour. Du jour. So that was, I told you we were going to get deep tonight. And, you know, talk about fringe theories and how they overlap with emerging scientific ideas in quantum mechanics. So those emerging ideas in quantum mechanics are giving Kosovov's theories a big boost. I mean, is there a scientific basis for the interaction between consciousness and physical reality? I think yes. Oraganji says yes. It's like ancient aliens. They always say yes. They never say no. If you've ever watched the ancient aliens, I don't think once they've said no. I don't think any time they've asked, when asked ancient aliens, they say yes. I don't think I've ever heard them, ancient aliens say no. That would be big. To me, that would be big news. Big news would be ancient aliens saying no to some shit. But no, they're for it. They're like, it's aliens? Yeah, we're saying yes. We believe it. It's a fringe theory. No, it's mainstream science. So you've got, you know, conspiracy theories are great, but you have to dig through all that information and pick out what you feel is right. Pick out what you feel is, look, out of 100% of the information, 20% might be really viable. And the rest is pretty much crap. There's a lot of fluff. A lot of to get your emotion going, to get your mood up. So I'm not, you know, I like to see fact. I like to see real stuff, and that's where I think a lot of my let me see. You put the bass guitar in, the mix is reggae. Friday, Sunday, Wednesday, got it. Think reggae, nausea, and baby talk. I have heard some beautiful things though with reggae, and I think, and I'm open to all music. I used to think that about country music. I used to think country music was pretty rough, and I learned to love it. I learned to love the story that country music can tell. It's such a huge thing. I mean, I think we minimize, but country music would tell a story of love and emotion. Country music would tell a story of an entire town, a history, all in a song, all in a beat, in a vibe, in a frequency. I don't know. I feel like Okay, where that came from. Feeling a little disco-ish, maybe. I'm just gonna keep that for a second. All right. The fuck is happening here? All right, I'm just going with it. This is a lot of energy. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm like exhausted already. I'm sitting here exhausted. This is exhausting. Actually started watching Ancient Aliens for the first time after South Park made fun of the series. It's a great way to learn about ancient aliens, but great information from a different point of view. I think that right there, see, I changed the beat of it with my whole demeanor. Okay, so let's get back to the chit-chatty. Is Ancient Aliens, is it a far-out TV series? Ancient astronaut theorists say yes. I didn't even see that you said that. You are awesome. It's pretty far out that series connects a ham sandwich with aliens. It does. Listen, it does. And it's absolutely hysterical. Every time they say yes, but it's giving you history from a different angle, giving it to you from a different point of view. Sometimes a different understanding. Now, I go back and I look at a lot of these things, and some of it I've debunked and said, listen, that was, you're full of shit. But some of it is undeniable, especially when it's written in the rock. Anything written in stone, that's what you should look at. Neolithic sites, like I can't even tell you one right now because my brain's not thinking on that level. We're gonna have a episode about some ancient aliens, and let's see. He actually started watching after the South Park made fun of it Thanksgiving Day episode. Oh, you've got a lot to watch then. You have so many episodes. It's the kind of music you listen to in a flying car when everyone is going to the clubs. Yeah. Well, it's Friday night. We are in our flying car. Actually, we're in the flying taxi because I couldn't get a license to fly a car. And that would be the futurist, wouldn't it? We're on the way to a beautiful vibe. Maybe a open consumption lounge. Oh, it's gonna be groovy. It is gonna be a vibe all its own. Yeah. Look, I like this. This is exciting now. I thought it was too energetic at first. I was a little nervous. Now, they do phrase everything as a question. They do. Ancient aliens, it's always a question. Did they have contact with ancient aliens? Ancient theorists say yes, abso-fucking-lutely. Giorgio, I swear his hair is getting just, I want to grow my hair out again now just to compete with Giorgio. Every time I see him, he's got this dew, this I don't know, this cosmic, magical, I just woke up and holy shit, I was hit with information. That's the look he has. He rolled out of bed and he was hit with cosmic information. And he's here. Sukalos. Hey, welcome to the show. That is fantastic. Look, I get so excited. I think right here, look, we got Miss Green on the show. Miss Green has joined us on the show. We got our groovy music going, our space infused music. I do think it might be a little much. Yes. I mean, they do have some beautiful New Year's music, some Christmas music. I don't think I could do that. I won't do that to you. Christmas music, I get stuck in elevators. And it's Christmas music on a nonstop loop of like the same song. That's like a nightmare for me. It's like 3 or 4 people in the elevator were stuck and it's the same song just looping over and over. That's hard. That's tough on me. I don't know if I want to change it now. The beat is. We always need a little extra energy in the craziest of places. Okay, I won't change it. I'm just gonna let it vibe me. I'm gonna let it feel me. I'm gonna let it just do what it does. And but welcome everybody. Yeah, so I say, okay, I had my first level connection with the narrator of Ancient Aliens. I was starstruck, actually. You know something? That is pretty cool. That is very cool. Because I've heard his narration style in so many different things, and he always keeps me so intrigued. We're talking right now about the narrator in Ancient Aliens. And Christopher has a first whatever connection LinkedIn-wise, which is really cool. That is kind of starstruck. That's an awesome connection right there. So yeah, that's what the show is. By the way, if you're just coming into the show and you're just learning about Highly Motivated, this right here is a smoke sesh. You don't have to smoke. You don't have to use cannabis. You don't even have to be a part of cannabis. This is community coming together for a little talky talk, a little smoky toke, just a little time together as international and domestic friends. So we have people that come to the show from India, Bangladesh. We have people that come to the show from Poland and Russia. We've had, it's been wild. Germany, and domestically, we've had visitors from Colorado. Some of my favorite visitors, because it's cold. I know how cold it is there. I know what you're experiencing. So I only wish the wish of good weed upon you. In California, much love. Out to California, you were just hit by a 7.5? Every time I hear any earthquake happenings in Cali, I'm always stressed because I feel like that teeter-totter is just gonna, it's sitting on a thing, whatever you call the thing that it sits on. It's like so the land all comes together kind of like at a point underground, deep underground. But a point is not a good thing to be sitting. So, anyways. So yeah, that's what it is. Tonight, if you're just coming in, this is no expectations, no conversations, but everything under the sun we might talk about. And then absolutely nothing at some points. I will talk to people and then I'll forget what I'm talking about. And that's what's happening. Oh, I was talking about Kosorev's mirrors and different hypothetical things. I think no matter what science you might be into, and if you're in the, and so for me it was time travel, and it's a great way. Let me see. I think if you want good weed, you have to do it yourself, kind of like good wine, but it will turn to CBN. It doesn't turn to CBN if you keep it in the freezer. It won't turn to CBN if you answering Nick's question over here really quickly. It won't turn to CBN if you suck all the air out of it, put it in like a freezer safe plastic thingamabobby jig that takes all the air out, and put it in the freezer. So this way the THC doesn't degrade. And the degradation, the oxidization, is what turns it into CBN. So the oxidization. I'm saying the word over and over, but it's not helping. Oxidation, whatever, forget it. You know what I'm talking about. That's what actually turns it into CBN. Charlie Bravo Nancy. Okay. So I was saying, whatever you might be into when it comes to like science experiments. For me, it was always time travel. For me, I wanted to be able to see life then, feel the energy of then, of great decision makers or times in history that made changes or timeline shifts. And I think my exploration in a scientific way as a kid was, again, it was time travel. It was building a machine. What kind of machine? So I would read books and listen to stories about time travel and the possibilities and the theories and the mathematical theories that would show that it's possible. When I heard that it was possible, that's when my life started to change in the exploration of time travel. So every article that I read going towards it, I'd always look at the possibilities and the viability. Energy was always a big deal. First, you would require a massive amperage of energy, a massive initial energy, and then a continual energy source that was running this portal. Very similar to Stargate, very similar, because in Stargate they had to use a specific power source, 0-point energy, I believe, which is being worked on. And the Chinese, for example, just created their own sun. Their own sun. This is big. And I told you there's more to talk about and more to get into. But I was saying, whatever your science is, I think mine was time travel. And that's why a lot of these stories kind of revolve around that possibility of time travel. Not necessarily physical, maybe metaphysical, maybe being able to go back and see it or experience it or embody through frequency. I don't know, but that all feels like a bigger possibility to me. Maybe doing it through meditation or through alpha states or downloading the emotional energy of a situation through the Akashic record. There's a lot of possibilities here. Sensory deprivation, maybe one of those sensory deprivation chambers. That would, I've heard people said that it does amazing things. It's like they're back in the womb. There's no sound. You can't even hear yourself. You hear nothing. You see nothing. And people not on hallucinogens or drugs or anything like that have experienced a life-altering changes in sensory deprivation. So imagine going into sensory deprivation with ideas of manifestation and the belief structure instead of the need and the want, but going in there understanding this is what I'm manifesting, this is what I'm doing. What amazing. So time travel through time torsion field manipulation is one idea. Could modern technology refine or even validate, Kosterev's mirrors? And if you're curious about this, look it up. It'll blow you away. The images alone and the studies that have been done, this is real. Nothing that I'm going to ever bring you is fake. Nothing that I ever bring you is ever going to be fake. Wait. I got to say something really quickly. I see still room temperature at the store. Won't turn the vinegar if you keep it in the fridge. Wait, quick. Good wine. If you think you want to get weed, you have to turn it yourself, kind of like quick. It won't turn the vinegar if you keep it in the fridge. Well, it also doesn't turn the vinegar if you keep it in a cool, dry place. You don't need the fridge necessarily. Just cool and dry at a certain temperature. But the fridge helps. Actually, the fridge will ruin it after a while because of temperature and differences, maybe seepage. I don't know. It can ruin in the fridge. I always like Star Trek and Doctor Who, the old, just weird stories to kill some time, but knowing that now I like to like stories and find fun for me. That's why I want to create a TV show. Time travel and the Doctor Who I love Doctor Who. Doctor Who was a huge influence, and he was manipulating time and space within his own portal or his own manipulated space. You'd see it as a phone booth on the outside, but you come inside and it's a multi-story spaceship. Just amazing stuff. So anyways, my whole thing was always time travel, and that's why I love any story I ever bring you. It's going to be a serious story with serious information that backs it up, not just the theory. I want people to be able to explore deeper and say, hey, some things I believe in, some things I don't. Some things open up my mind and they make sense. These mirrors, what an interesting way to explore alternate reality, time travel through a metaphysical way of seeing. So people would meditate or look and stare at when they sat in the center of these mirrors, Kosovov's mirrors. They would sit in the middle or now lay in different machines, and they'd be able to see through they'd see through, they'd see time, they'd see, almost as clear, if not clearer than being there themselves, or even be able to speak to people, manipulate time itself. And I feel time has been manipulated. I think through either government experiments or individual experiments, time has changed and it's been manipulated. And we are in one reality of millions, billions, trillions. I know, it gets deep, doesn't it? So, exploring meditation or sensory deprivation, investigating historical and cultural parallels to, like, say, the pyramids in ancient Egypt, how they're pointed and directed, and there's all energy. The obelisks all around the world, being able to move energy or move flow, move vibration. Ancient energy is a big deal, and I think it's something we overlook. It's something we don't think about. Maybe modern technology could refine or even validate some of these, like Khosrow's mirrors. And what can we learn from our consciousness? What can we learn from the energy that we are starting to tap into? I think it's huge. I mean, we need to start thinking of not practical applications like, okay, well, we can market it over here. No, about ourselves. Time teaches us about us. I told you, the skills we give are not for ourselves. So we benefit somewhere else. We benefit from not wanting to benefit, not needing to benefit, but believing just in goodness and kindness. And that's what we're spreading. And that's the frequency we start with. And starting from there is the stepping point that amazing, because the changes that makes everywhere. You see, they call it Mandela effect. It's like in James Bond, Moonraker. The girl has braces because Jaws has metal teeth. It's a love scene because of that. But it wasn't originally, which is wild. But if you're watched, she does not have braces. Mind blown. No, she never had braces. She had a leg brace, but she didn't have braces. And he had the mouth full of teeth. See, wild, I'm telling you. There are different realities, Mandela effects. They're saying someone is changing time, but it's imperfect changes. All right, so someone is changing time. It's not just one someone. That's why they're imperfect changes. They are changes led by greed, or changes led by malicious intent. And through the universe, look, we each are individual quantum entanglements. Each one of us is a quantum entanglement. We are all processing, manipulating, and creating the world around us. All of us. And we are entangling our quantum energy to make that magic, to change the world, to move the energy of the universe where we need it. When we believe in ourselves and we believe in our energy and we feel that vibe, we feel that magic. That's why I see all these conversations tonight. They all come back. They all come back to kind of where we're at. It's the imperfect changes that we have now created, because there are many us's, many realities. What is it? The multi, wait. I can't. It's the second I'm done with the show, I'll be like, oh, that's the word. But we are in a multi-reality, multi-dimensional understanding now of what our life is, which could lay claim to the holographic universe. It could lay claim to that we are just a holograph from the center of a black hole, or even a universe existing only within a black hole. There's so much. There's so much. So many questions. But if you want perfect change, you have to change it yourself for your benefit. See, I don't think so. I don't think if you're changing it for your benefit, it's never a perfect change. Because there is never a perfect change. You can't predict perfectness. You can't plan perfectness. You can't create perfect. Because when you manifest, the universe doesn't understand amount. Like if you're asking the universe for money, you're asking for large amounts of money. The universe doesn't understand what that is. It doesn't understand a large amount. It doesn't understand a dollar figure. It understands the energy of what you believe is. I don't even know how to describe it or talk about it. It's not a need or a want, because when we need it, it runs away. When we want it, there's a lot going on over here, this music. I think I see Biff, Back to the Future. Let's go back to this one. Let me see if I can. Okay, here we go. So, I don't know. It's a lot to talk about. It's a lot maybe to get back to it another time. I mean, I told you it gets deep. It gets deep into our understanding. So, must be the candy kicking in. Well, you know, I'm smoking for him, by the way. I'm smoking for Mike, just so you know, if you can't smoke. But I need to come and hang out so that we can come smoke together. Let me see. The mind is magic. We are just watching a video, but somehow it's a real person. See, TV is weird like that, and it is. Now, sometimes it's not a real person. Let me see. Yep, the mind is magic. Watching you makes Mike want to smoke. Must be the candy kicking in. The candy is delicious. Always check out the website for tea and other beautiful things. If you know, you know. Let me see. Better EMT. Biff understood in Back to the Future. The mayor. Biff did understand. Let me see. The mayor. Let me see. I have had reoccurring dreams of having lots of money in my dreams, but it always turns out to be weird, like fake money. Worth nothing. The universe is rejecting money as a form of currency. Listen to this. Listen to this. If you push for it and want it and need it, no, it doesn't, it disappears, you know, it's always right out of grasp. John, welcome to the show. It's good to have you here. See, this is great. If you're joining the Smoke Sesh, that's what it's all about. If you're joining the Smoke Sesh, this is what everything is about. We are here just to get together for a little smoky, toky, talk. No expectations. But tonight we got some deep talk, time travel and shit like that. So, you know, the universe rejects you. So a lot of times people feel like the universe is against them. And no matter what yin they do, the yang just takes them out. We want too much. We need too much. It's just how it is. We need and we want so much. Stop wanting. Stop needing. And start believing. Look, that's Oraganji's big words for the night. Stop needing. Stop wanting. And start believing. Start creating. Start manifesting. In that manifestation, it's only belief. You have to already see yourself in that situation, doing those things. Make your mind believe it. Do it for a couple of nights. Think about the same thing or the same general idea that you want to manifest. By doing this, your mind believes it. So your consciousness has to regulate and do as the mind believes. That's the simple trick. Told you I'm all about simplicity. I want to give the gift of manifestation, the gift of creation and kindness in community. So that's why we're here for a little smoky. This one seems a little small. I'm just going to take a little, just a quickie. And I'm so blessed that all of you are here joining us. I'm highly motivated. Remember, Friday night, this is our smoke sesh. Sunday, you will find us again for a little smoky, toky, okie, lokey, okies, whatever the hell I'm saying. I want to remind you, those of you that are listening to me that are local, Friday the 13th, it's my birthday. And it's Tanya's birthday as well. It's many people's birthday, May. Wow. So, Friday the 13th, I'm going to be in Keystone Heights at a pub for micro wrestling. So if you're trying to get into some micro wrestling, get the tickets early because I hear it's going to be an event. It's going to be a serious event. I'm bringing a couple of doink-a-doinks, super doinks. I'm going to bring a doink-a-doink-a-doink doink. Doink-a-doinky-doinks. A doink-a-doink. I'm going to zoink-a-doink. But I feel blessed for all of you being here. I feel privileged for every single one of you coming to join this podcast, this smoke sesh, this community get together on a Friday night. Look, your time is busy. I know I was saying yours too. Your birthday as well. Isn't this wild? Friday the 13th, I'm turning 50. I said that, there was a scream. I'm like, it's not that scary now. Angie, actually, listen, Angie made it amazing. Angie made it better. She changed my mood about my birthday. And I tell you, I don't celebrate. I'm not a celebrating kind of guy when it comes to birthdays. But this time I'm going to celebrate because of Ange and micro wrestling. But that's what's happening Friday the 13th. So if you're in Keystone Heights, Florida, which is like 20 minutes, 30 minutes outside of Gainesville, if that gives you an idea. So if you're in Gainesville, go. It's going to be amazing. Get tickets, go online, go to Facebook, type in micro wrestling, and it will take you right there. So, yes, Jonathan, I'm turning 50, thank you. By the way, good to see you here. It's been such a long time. We definitely need to catch up, by the way, right here. This right here is a beautiful crumble. It's crumble. It's not crumble like I like it. Crumble, I like it. Crumble looks like a lovely, this is more of a crumble, not a whatever. It's a concentrate, and I'm putting it inside my Puffco proxy. Love the proxy. This is more of a, you know what this is? This looks like what they use before they press it for rosin. That's what that looks like. So we're just gonna smoky tokies that for a moment. I really enjoy using the concentrate pen. But Jonathan, it's good to see you here. I'm so glad you're able to join. So yeah, I'm turning 50. And so that's a hard one. It's a little tough. But in that, micro wrestling, Friday the 13th, Keystone Heights, I'm letting everybody know. Whoever wants to show up, it's you show up. I'm not paying for anything. I'm just letting you know, just in case there's like any confusion. I didn't want there to be any confusion. Now, Jonathan is like my brother from another mother, and you're still in Texas? Are you still in Texas? Texas is where my heart always is. I love the barbecue, the barbacoa tacos in the morning. Don't even get me started right now. Just, when I say delicious, just saying delicious. I'm just saying delicious. Happens to have a penis doesn't mean it has to be a slave. Oh my God, what did I miss? I missed something. Hold on, I gotta go back in the comments now. Damn it, what happened? Let me see. But it does, mine too. Good 50, sweet. Wait, I need to figure out how to work remotely and get damn bus and hit the road for a while. Oh, we'll talk about that. Been inspiring on your journey, bro. Well, thank you. And listen, if I can inspire anybody, that's just part of the journey and part of the adventure, part of what comes back. It's awesome. So, why do you think I'm here? The fucking tacos. You see this? You see this? I mentioned the tacos in Texas. People are like, I can't leave. I almost couldn't leave Texas. I left. I did a huge trip around the United States and went back to Texas. And then I couldn't get out of there. It was the morning breakfast tacos. That barbacoa with the fresh onion and cilantro. This barbacoa was cooking for like 2 days. And you had this abuelita, a grandmother, probably stirring it with her blood, sweat, and tears, singing in Spanish, you know. Oh, sole mio. It's not Spanish, is it? Oh, sole mo. No. Oh, cantare. Oh, será de... Oh, de bloom, de filter, de bloom. So, I'm turning 50, and you are all invited to go get tickets online and join the micro wrestling adventure on Friday the 13th. What better day to go watch little people beat the shit out of each other and talk shit? I love it. I am so excited. I've never been this excited about a birthday. Angie did that for me. She really brought a lot of excitement into this birthday and really just awesome. She's awesome. So let me see. Amazing tacos. It's trucks everywhere. Actually, here in Florida, we've got taco trucks everywhere, but it's just not good food. It's okay. Like even here in Florida, even if you go to like to the best of food, it's like, they tried really hard and it's good. I mean, it's good, but it's not like, oh, this is amazing. What have I eaten right here? It's I cannot believe. Mind blown. But no, Jonathan, definitely miss you, and it's good to have you here on the show, and that's why this show is amazing. We are connected with people in Florida right now, with people in Texas right now, with people in, I don't know, Jonathan, are you in Texas? You are in Texas, that's right, what did I just say? See? Okay, before I get any further, look, I put the loveliness inside, okay? And this is a ceramic bowl. It's a Puffco Proxy. The reason I enjoy using this, listen, it's easy. The older I'm getting, sometimes I need a higher THC count to be able to let it stick for longer periods of time, so that this kind of keeps my flow going in a different way. This right here, I have it set on low. There's a little button on this side. I press it twice, boom, boom. Now it buzzes, it's on, I'm excited. When it buzzes again, it's ready. So, okay, fine. But no, I appreciate the energy of all of you coming. And by the way, happy holidays that are coming up, happy holidays that have passed, happy recreated holidays that we're gonna reclaim. So I'm reclaiming like all the holidays. Thanksgiving, I reclaimed it for everybody, and we're recreating it as a day of thanks. Just throwing that out there. Ooh, buzzy buzz buzzed. And remember, it's gentle. I'm not blowing out my brain sucking this in. Oh, that's delicious tasting. That one amount would have been one hit or one dab. This way I'm able to enjoy it for a much longer period of time, kind of more like microdosing it, a better regimen. It just turned off. Sometimes you got to do it in a little different way. That right there, it's heavy in the terpenes. The flavors are overwhelming, but I get it immediately. And it just kind of reinvigorates the vibe that I'm already on. It's a lot of reinvigoration, but still. So let me see. Yeah, Houston, still same house. Wow. Nice pipe. I bought Ferrero Rocher on sale. Ferrero Rocher, isn't that beautiful chocolate? I love the Ferrero Rocher. I like the white chocolate one. I like Oh, let me see. That's fucking badass. What brand is that utensil? I will show. Wait. Oh, this thing? Wait, I'm dropping it. That's a Puffco Proxy. I love everything Puffco. They don't pay me shit. Nothing. As a Puffco influencer, because I love them, I tell people about them. To me, cannabis, that's what it's all about. The smoke session's not who's benefiting, it's who is the most amazing. Why do they deserve that mention? They deserve the mention. It's a good device. It's expensive, but long run, I feel it's worth it. Because I bought all these other freaking devices that break or die. This one's warranted. I am like set, I'm good. I'm easy clean. And I'll show you the clean out in a second. Super easy. Okay. But you consume it right away. If you have a lot of weed, you should blanch it and press the oil. Do an ice bath. I think that's one of the most delicious ways. You take all of your really good bud, take sticks, take stems, it depends. If you're in, like, sugar leaves, if you're doing it right from your grow, you take everything and you put it in an ice water bath and you mix it good. I mean, you really get in there, just like a 5-gallon drum, and make sure that you've got a multiple level micron level, like, you know, to catch all the beautiful crystals that and all the beautiful hash that you're gonna wash off the plant. So if you have a lot of extra cannabis, then I suggest doing a nice ice bath, and then all that beautiful shit you can freeze dry and or let sit and cure and dry, and then you can press beautiful oil out of that. Now, I would press the flower itself. I love pressing flower. I think there are organics that you get out of the flower when you press it that you don't want to miss. It's a fuller spectrum of cannabinoids. It's more of a process, and people feel as though you're wasting more. That's why you do multiple presses. But if you're pressing for rosin, but if you're looking to get the hash, like a good blonde hash, then you want a nice bubble hash bath, and that's what you do with a large amount of cannabis. I don't know. We just got onto the large amount of cannabis. That is so good. I know. I've just been kind of vibing. Just a theory. What is that device? Is that a pipe? What makes it special? Okay, so this right here, it's dirty. I'm gonna open it up and show you, but it's just dirty. Don't judge me. Or judge me because I use it a lot, right? Usually it's easier to open. Okay, so this piece is the heating element. So right now I'm just gonna, okay. You see that? Oh my God, it's like, okay, let me just let the pipe catch that back really quickly. Okay, so this heating element, look, I told you, don't judge me. I'm gonna show you the whole spiel, but let's, one sec. Let me do a little live cleaning here. All right, let's just catch that with, just quickly keep moving. You don't want any of that fur. Well, it doesn't matter, it's on the outside. So I'm just gonna kind of catch that with the, and that's all resin that you don't want. I'm not doing it with the furry part. I'm doing it with the stick part. And sometimes you can do it right, like you pick all of it up at one time. Right now, I'm not doing really well at it, so whatever. So anyways, all that right there is resin that is burnt through the unit, and it's come out the back section of this unit. So the reason this thing is such a badass is this is a 3-dimensional ceramic chamber. So it's heating the product from the bottom and from the sides in a 3-dimensional fashion. I guess it's 2-dimensional. The 3-dimensional one heats it from the top as well. I'm not fancy like that. So there's a bowl, and here, I don't know if I can tip it. I guess I will. So you'll see that product that's still in the bowl, that color, I can still put that through another session. It might be a little more harsh, but I can put it through another session. The reason this thing is so cool, because this can be transferred into like a bong styled unit, all using that one button, like press it twice. You can make the device hotter or cooler, but it's the ceramic chamber, no metal. And all the item, once it's done, gets pulled through this back part of the chamber into the bottom of the, I don't know what it's plastic or glass. Is it glass? It could be like a Pyrex or something, but it's a glass type unit that's very versatile because you could change this out to one that's like a Sherlock, a super long Gandalf. The Gandalf is so cool. And listen, I saw there's one like this was like, it's green, like a green gold. It's green and it's got like a gold rim, and then the thingy is green. I'm looking for it. Beautiful. But it's easy to use, it's easy to clean, and I'll show you how easy. Watch, let me do this. Here's what I'm gonna do. Let me just smoke really quickly what's in there. Just to hit the button, 1, 2. All right, so it's heated up. It's gonna go through its thing. Try to point the nozzle actually just slightly off center. That way anything that's collected doesn't get pulled directly into the long part of the pipe. I haven't cleaned the main unit in quite some time, but as long as you keep the chamber clean, this pipe is great, and it's completely electronic. That means you're not dealing with carcinogens. You're not dealing with butane contamination. I love this thing. It's great to travel. I clean the shit out of it, and I travel with this because I put my my rosins or my batters in my, I'm not gonna say where. Right. So, oh, it just buzzed. Excuse me a second. I'm just gonna give it a little extra heat. Okay. That's from the little bit that was still left in there. By pulling it easily and gently, not too hard, but easily and gently, whatever is spent material will come out the back end. If you let it sit there right now, it's going to burn the product. I don't let it sit too long. You have to keep taking hits. Now, I'm not heating it up by taking hit after hit. It's already heating up itself. Now it just turned off. And as it's cooling down, I love to sip. Now, I love rosins. I love batter. I love crumble and sugar, as long as it's not fake shit. I like a sugar crumble. I'm not big on a shatter. A shatter is kind of, see, it turned off its tongue. So a shatter is kind of like a dirty kind of, okay, anyways. So now you'll notice, oh, it's still kind of clean. But it was kind of harsh, I could feel it. So I want to clean it. So now to clean the device, I just popped open the top. While it's still warm, I take a regular Q-tip. It's not magical or imbued with magical properties. It's just a Q-tip. Opened up the top while it's still warm. Here we go. And there's still a little something in there. I don't know if you can see that. I don't want to tip it. It's right in that corner. It's like, I don't want to let it come right out. So here, I'll just put that in. Look at that. So that's what was left and pretty much burning or spent product. I don't want that coming into my lungs, so I'm just cleaning this really quickly with the other side of the Q-tip. Just giving it a quick run through. Look at that, boom, done, clean. I love using the Puffco Proxy for that reason. No other concentrate pen or device have I ever used has been that easy to clean, ever. Just like that, super clean, boom, I could put it away, and that's that. Or I could load it again. I'm just probably going to load it again and read some comments. No, I'm going to load it again. I mean, not probably. That's what I'm doing. Okay, yes, Rosin, you mentioned a lot. Let me see. The music is good. What is the device? Yes, Rosin, you mentioned it a lot. Got to keep that at the top of my mind. It's the best stuff. So batter in concentrate form is an easy thing to smoke, and it's delicious, and it's clean. If you're going to smoke anything in a pen, very interesting things to listen to here. I have 2 rosin pens. Rosin is the flower that has been washed, and all the beautiful trichomes and crystals and the hash that has fallen to different micron have been collected, freeze dried, and then pressed in a slightly heated press that presses out the oils. Super deliciousness. Or, of course, the pressing of the flower, and then it's cleaned and distilled a bit, or not distilled, but it's a full spectrum cannabinoid product. That being said, this is rosin. I have my little holders. I mean, it's just a regular pen. That's actually, you can adjust the temperature on the bottom of these pens. So it's on high and then a little off of high. A little more off of high. And then this one is now on high. No, that's too high. Down a little bit. Okay. So I have Top Gun and Cherry Log, I think. Cherry Log and Top Gun. Also both gold flower blends. If you're in Florida, it's worth it. I don't vape distillate. Distillate is a singular THC with botanical terpenes added to it. I will not vape that. That makes it feel like you have like water in your lungs. And you're always chasing a high. Always. I like to smoke joints. So when you smoke a joint, you're always getting that reinvigoration of the entourage effect. And you're getting a good hit of something natural and pure. Natural and pure. No additives. Just what came out of the plant. That oil that I said that they squozen, the squozen oil is now this. So Top Gun, Cherry Log, both hybrid leaning. Top Gun is not hybrid leaning, it's a sativa. Delicious. So let me just reinvigorate while I'm reloading this and reading comments. Okay. The music changed. It hit me really hard, and then the music changes. Let me see. A truckload would probably make an ounce of oil. You'd be surprised how much oil is squozen out of an ounce of a plant. Is that super resin? Rosin. No resin. What I smoke is rosin. So resin is a dirtier concentrate. Rosin and resin, they will add things like botanical terpenes. Rosin only has cannabinoid terpenes that are originally in the plant. Nothing's been put into it. It comes out. The way you get it right here is exactly how it comes to you. Look at that gorgeous color. Look at that color. That is delicious. Also this one. Look at that one. No. And wait. Look at them together. Okay, that was it. I don't know, I made you look at them individually, then I made you look at them together, and I'm just gonna be like, that was it. I don't know where that whole... Wow. So, that was strong. That was mood changing almost. But I'm glad the music changed right there at that. And that change of things. Okay. So rosin is really the way to go, not resin, but rosin. Rosin I love. So I'm vaporizing what kind of stuff? And what is the liquid? Is that rosin? So the resin that kind of produces, so what was out of the back end of this is kind of like resin. This is, I'm going to read it. It's Crumble from a company that they do decent extracts. Not amazing, but decent. It's not the people I love. It's not the people that their product I adore. But it is blackberry pomegranate. It is Crumble. And this is what it looks like. I dropped a little bit. I will retrieve that. But what is left, that is what is left. And I dropped a mighty large crumb. So I'm just gonna maneuver that. Just gently maneuver that. This is like a magical Jenga game for me right now. Wait, I'm just trying to maneuver the chunk that I just dropped because I was just trying to show you some stuff. Okay, here we go. Look at that. Look at that. I got it. See, that's a large chunk. I didn't want to let that get away. I'm just bringing it here gently to the pipe. We're gonna drop that in. I did it. I made it. I dropped it. I feel like I could do surgery right now with the precision that I just I wouldn't let me do surgery. I'm sorry, not even if I'm sober, I wouldn't let me do surgery. But I mean, whatever other option that you might have, take that option. Don't be like, Oren, you must do surgery. And I'd be like, no, I must not. Blood can make me faint. When my children were being born, the twins, they showed me the first one and I was like, then the second one, Angie was fine. She was like, baby after baby, let's do it, go, go, go. I lost consciousness, I think, somewhere. There was a time dilation. It was a beautiful, amazing time in my life. Okay, where am I? Truckload. I'm seeing a truckload. I get excited. Oh my God. Super resin. Oh yes, rosin. You just said that. Wow, that is awesome. I don't know why I have this trigger of resin and rosin. I think because that's been instilled in me. To understand, excuse me, Dr. Pepper. I'm blaming Dr. Pepper for the gastrointestinal, whatever. So the industry has almost instilled on me this understanding of the different understandings of concentrates. And I say that, look, I think I may even have something that they give people. Do I have it? Probably not. No, I don't. That is such a shame. I don't, look, there's so many different styles of concentrates. and to understand each one. Like earlier, I said crumble. What I'm smoking right now is crumble. And then there's like batter. I love batter. Batter is a little smoother, like a peanut butter. There's bubble hash, and there's like a sugar or a sauce, diamonds in sauce. I don't know. There's what you get after the wash, which would be like the dry sift, which would be like bubble hash, or bubble hash would be like the blonde bubble hash. There's shatter, there's crumble, but shatter, batter, shatter, crumble. Oh my God, there's so many. And then that's why you get into rosin and resin, and you get into distillate and crystalline, THC diamonds. Holy shit, there's so much. There's so many different things, and oh, see? I see. Where can I get hash? Actually, a few people do thumbprint hash here in Florida. They do hash. There is hash. I've seen people put their thumbprint. The grower or the guy. No, listen, there's some really beautiful shit. They're getting there. It's not great hash, but you can get hash at Goldflower. You get there. It's the Space Coast brand, and it's their batter. It's sold as their live rosin batter, but it is the closest you're going to get because it's pre-press. That means it has not been pressed yet. It's been freeze-dried, I think, but not pressed. So that would be the closest you would get to hash right now. Well, actually, no. I think there are some others that have some hash coins. And a good hash coin, oh, that could be delicious. That'll knock you on your ass. So I love hash. Hash is a beautiful thing. Let me finish loading up this Puffco proxy, and we will start ending the evening. Oh, that's a big doppelduya I just put you. A big doppelduya I just put you. I don't know where my words are coming from. But I thank you all for being here and listening to me ramble on for a little period of time. And any questions you may ever have about cannabis, please ask. I'm more than happy to answer any way I can. Nitrogen, no. Freeze dry, yes. So I don't see them using nitrogen. Too expensive. But freeze drying, yes. And freeze drying is amazing. Absolutely amazing. It's been working. It works exactly where it needs to without over processing the product in any way, shape, or form. So that's what we're doing here. We're hanging out Friday night. I don't know what happened here. This is spacey. This is like I'm on a space station right now. Like you're on an intergalactic space station. It's an interplanetary meeting point of just merchants, like a flea market of sorts. It's kind of, you're feeling groovy. You're looking at cool shit on tables. I don't know, I'm in this alternate reality of space travel already. And meeting interplanetary species. Woo, that'd be cool. Maybe dancing on a disco with an octopus person. How awesome. I think we manifest the world around us. I don't just think it, I believe it. I believe we manifest our mood. Look, I wasn't always like this. I used to be scared of everything I did. Every word I spoke, every action I took. I was in fear of what everybody thought of me. I was in fear that I walked funny. I dressed funny. I didn't fit in. Who gives a shit? The day that I just let go my care of what anybody thinks or judges. Let go of their judgment because I let go of my judgment. I let go of my judgment. Listen, people aren't judging you, they're judging themselves. People are not thinking about you beyond 15, 20 seconds of meeting you or passing or crossing your path. In that, they're thinking about themselves and they're lost in themselves. I hate to break it to you. Nobody's thinking about you. Nobody's thinking about me beyond the show. I mean, right now, fine, we're thinking because we're talking. I'm thinking about you. You're thinking about me, but it's only because it's during the show. And there's no judgment. There's no expectation here. Judgment, I don't hear it. I don't read it. I don't see it. I don't understand it because I'm living my life in my eyes without judgment and without carrying that into my life. I let go of thinking what people think. You can't make everybody happy. You can't please everyone. Start by pleasing yourself. Start by being real. Start by being authentic. My mother used to say it all the time. Look, I want authentic. I'm like, what are you talking about? She goes, if we're going somewhere to eat. Now, I'm giving it to you in the relaxed accent. Her accent was something. If we're going to eat, listen, I have to channel her. Listen to me, listen. Oh God, don't hack and cup, don't drive me crazy, okay? Don't do it. Oi, just don't listen to me. I talk, you listen. I don't want to talk over myself so many times. Mom, nobody's talking. Okay, so you're listening to me. We're all listening. Oof, are you hungry? We're all hungry. We want authentico, okay? I don't want this bullshit. Bullshit anybody can eat here. Anybody can eat there, but I want it authentico. I want the people of the culture. I want the people of the culture. I want to eat what they eat. I want to see what they see. I want to feel it. I want to dance. You know? I want to get on the table, and she got on the table. She got on the table. So many different places. Oh my God. We were on a cruise boat. It was just quick diversion here. We were on a cruise boat. It was like the Four Tops or something. And there's the guy, I think whoever sings, only you can make me feel. I don't know who sings it. Whoever sings it, it's Only You. The song is Only You. It was me, my dad, my sister, my mom. We are front row in this concert on a cruise boat. And these guys are singing, and she's like, and she keeps standing up and singing with them. It was just great. I see it now as what magic she had, and what a voice she had. The woman was amazing. So she'd be singing, and my dad was like, bloody hell, Teval, please, sit down. Please, bloody sit down. Just do me a favor, just for a moment. Just, right, whatever, do whatever you're bloody gonna do. I'm not gonna stop you anymore. That's not what I'm gonna bloody do. So my mom's up there and so these guys are, you know, all right, we're gonna take a little break in a little while, and you know, whatever they said. My mom's like, what? Wait a second, excuse me. I want you to sing Only You. What have you not done? You have not sing. This is my favorite song. She turns to the audience, because we're front row. She turns to the audience, she goes, don't you want to hear Only You? And people are like, yeah, we all want to hear it. Just to get my mom to turn around. And my mom turns to me, she goes, Oren, tell these people how much you want to hear. Only You, Peter, tell them. Now, I'm not saying my mom had a few drinks in her, but oh my God, it was just, it was an event. So she's screaming at these people, only you, I'm telling you, only you. And the group, I think there was only one actual surviving member. The rest were like, they joined the group since the originals had died off. And they're like, yes, ma'am, we're gonna, only you. And they get everybody can make, and I think the whole audience got into it. My mother got into it. It was an extended version these guys have never done before. And it was in the moment right there, not being embarrassed. Because I learned it wasn't about embarrassment, because that was me making me embarrassed. It was me putting that on myself instead of enjoying the energy of my mother, enjoying the energy of that woman and her amazingness. But no, we'd go out to eat. And anything we do, she goes, I want it authentic. I want to eat and feel, and I want to be part of it. Maybe they let me in the kitchen. I don't know. Mom, they're not going to let you in the kitchen. I don't know. I said, why do you have to be so negative, Oren? Why do you have to be so against authentico? Only the greatest of memories. And that was her. And that was, life is about being authentic. I don't even know where the fuck I was talking about. And what authenticness is. It's being authentically happy. You know, do they use nitrogen? No, okay. It's a Sagittarius thing. It is what it is. Now, my mother wasn't a Sagittarius. She was a September. What is September? September is magical. My kids are September. My kids are September. My daughter's November. No, I'm just so confused. There's too many kids, too many birthdays. Angie is September. Angie is September. So September is it's so magical. There's a lot going on. I see the moods and the character and the energy of it. I believe in the star signs. I think star signs are definitely... Wait, did I pack it? Oh, I did pack it. I definitely packed it. Boom, boom, baby. All right, I just turned that on. When it buzzes again, it is ready. I don't know what's happening. This music is fire. It's fire. For a second, I think I'm afraid to move my hands around because it'll change it. Let me see. Christopher here at the random. I like that. I like that. You never know where it's going to go. A psychologist posted a buzzword tonight. Intersubjectivity. Big word. It's like a fine wine, you know? You drink a nice wine, you smoke a little concentrate. I don't know, this AI DJ. I don't know, man. I'm going to start talking about changing it in a second. And then the DJ is going to be like, no, let's give you something new. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. Okay. Anyways, but I see it. Let me see. Psychologist posted buzzword, intersubjectivity. And that is basically when people get together and understand something with like the same sense, common sense. So would that be able to be applied in a way to like getting things changed, doing things? Like not just are we thinking on the same lines, but we are sending frequency and vibration into a realm of, workable, interchangeable energy. I don't know. I might be too high. Let me see. But their post was about people who do not have such a sense. The buzzword was interesting, though. Yes, it is. You drinking any special teas tonight? Ooh. So listen, really quickly, a buzzy recap. Today, I was in Jacksonville promoting teas and the website, and promoting the podcast, the Smoke Sesh, an educational community get together. So, hey. And so drinking special teas. You need to take care of and my tea for the night, LOL. You know something? Okay. I wanted to do the Belly Bliss. I wanted to actually, or do the Blue Zen Brew. There are some new ones that are just so delicious. Angie has been putting together incredible magical blends. So with or without the additive of cannabis, they give you similar effects. Didn't have time. I wanted something with beautiful, with turmeric, a little bit of pepper, hibiscus, just some beautiful things added. Love the beautiful flavors, maybe some chamomile, green tea. But no, didn't have time. Didn't have any kind of time whatsoever. I ran right in, and I'm drinking pepper of doctor as my medical drink of the night, only because this is like in 1885, this wasn't a soda. This was a medical elixir. I don't think ever sanctioned by a doctor. Okay. Had to take care of dogs. Hey, drinking. But I do wish, look, I was craving a tea, but Angie's been so busy. I wasn't going to be like, hey, do me a favor. Can you make me tea? But I'm going to probably make a tea right after the show, especially one of the nighttime teas, only because I maybe need a little more mental relaxation so I can get some sleep, get ready for the soccer game in the morning. That's exciting. What's going on? There we go. All right, let me see. Nice. When a group of men feel they are getting the short change of the stick of the world, they should get together and make changes. They did. It was called the Al Bundy Show. No, it was called Married with Children. It was a series that went on for years. Al Bundy played some of his best work. You know, men always feel that way, but it's because they make themselves feel that way. You've got to change the reality, change the situation. You have to infuse it differently, think about it differently, put yourself in somebody else's shoes. You know, when you put yourself in a different reality, you see things differently, you experience things differently, it's all about kindness and it's all about understanding. Kindness and understanding change the world. It's not about just changing your perception. It's about being positive. It's about being open. They would probably have backing by Trump because he had to go up against many women to get where he is. It's not easy at all. Not political. The Illuminati is running everything. So many times, all the Insta-Chachas and the Tiki-Talkers are always telling me that the Illuminati, the monarch butterflies, the Rosicrucians, the secret organizations are currently running the underground societies, which of course in turn are running all governments. Don't buy into the corporate bullshit. Don't buy the shit that you see on TV. Don't watch the news. Create the news. Create life. Don't rely on the government to tell you what's going on. Research what's going on. Find out for yourself. Let me see. That's a physician. What's the name of the dream herb? Wait, the dream herb is Kalea Zakatachichi. I have some Kalea Zakatachichi right here, actually. Kaleas, but there's also more. There's Blue Lotus, there's Damania, there's many different dream herbs, and working them together. Mugwort is fantastic. You make a tea with all of these. You smoke them, but it depends on you got to have the right mix. This is it's a bigger one. I think the smaller one would be probably better. But in this, you've got to have it a specific mix. Multiverse, yes, thank you. That was what I was thinking earlier. I was thinking I couldn't say the word. But multiverse, the multiverse that we are currently living in. That was from the conversation like an hour ago. The Red Green Show. The Red Green Show. Wait, was that with the two guys and the one guy with the duct tape with everything? Is that what it was? Let me see. I would not be happy treating women the way they treat me. It would not make me feel better. I want a world where we are equal. We are equal. And you have to see us as equal. And you can't take how maybe one relationship has been, or two relationships, or a series of relationships. You can't blame emotional relationships on an entire section of our population, an entire section of humankind. They are amazing. Just like you're amazing. We're all amazing. It's about opening up our understanding. Look, Nick, and everybody, just listen. I've been through crazy relationships. I've been through shit that has made me just hate but it was me. I was hating myself. I was hating me. Look, yes, I let them treat me that way. And I stayed in relationships because I liked crazy. I did. In early relationships, I liked crazy. That's why I stayed in a lot of relationships. I liked the chaos of it sometimes. It created good sex. But a lot of arguments create good sex. Heated situations create whatever. I'm just saying. But in that, I have my opinion was guided by those relationships. And when I threw that out the window and stopped guiding my opinion on individuals, you can't judge everybody by an individual. And if you allow this individual to treat you this way, that's an individual. If you allow this individual to make you feel this way, shame on them. But shame on you for not getting out of that. Shame on you for not finding better and more deserving in your life. You have to love yourself and understand that you deserve better. But first, it's about you loving you. You've got to love yourself before you love anybody else. You have to know yourself and trust yourself. Because if you do that, then nobody's going to be able to step on you. Nobody is going to be able to walk on you because you are now powerful. You know who you are. You are taking the reins of life and creating and manifesting. Yeah. Don't let anybody walk on you. Don't let any individual walk on you. Don't blame beautiful, beautiful women of all kinds throughout this entire world on your individual judgments of an individual person. Women of all kinds are amazing. Bring power and energy and magic. It's about understanding that in our differences, we create more. We create the magic of life. In our fight, in our emotional unbalance, it's because we care, it's because we love, it's because we're charged with emotion. We get loud because we're excited, because we love, because we have emotions. We as men hide emotions most of our lives. We hold them in, afraid to show, afraid to cry, afraid to laugh, afraid to feel shit. And then when we do, it's a lot. It's a lot because it's new and it's adjusting all the time. It's no excuse at all for men because we need to control our masculinity in anger. We shouldn't have any anger. We shouldn't approach with anger. It's something I have to, it's not anger. I'm excited. I'm excited and there's a lot going on and it's like, I'm passionate about life. I'm passionate about discussion. And it can be, not everything has to be a fucking discussion, people. Let me see. I want a world where we're equal. You are equal. I'm telling you, Nick, we are. There's a good show, Red Green Show. Is that the one where with the duct tape? Social interaction. Yes. Love social interaction. If they don't find you handsome, at least they can find you handy. Ooh, that's a good one. I like that. Here, I'm just going to post that really quickly. Ooh, what's happening with this spacey shit? See, Christopher's got me on the whole space, time travel, intergalactic, na-na-na-na. Intergalactic, na-na-na-na. But if they don't find you handy, at least, or handsome, at least they can find you handy. Take that however you will. Right, see, Nick says right. Look, if you're in this situation, claim not to be handy. You only become handsome when you handsome. Wait. They teach us to hold them in because they would give us power. The world is pro-woman. They can use their emotions for their betterment. Okay, wait. I told you, I don't get the politics. I don't get we are equal, all on the show. That being said, I think the world is pro-unity, pro-fairness. And for so many years in the beginnings of this country and many other countries, beginnings of societies here in the world, we have not given women a fair shake because we are no different from them. They are no different from us. No, the equalness is we are both human beings. The equalness is that we both feel, we both love, we both care, we both cry, we both bleed. So where's you want it to be equal? We are equal. We are equal because we see no difference. We are equal because we feel no difference. We are human because we love. You know, it's a wild thing. It's where you put your energy. I think it's where you put energy in life. It's where you show love and everything. It's understanding for everybody. And in the beginnings of this country and many others, we did not give women a fair shake. And maybe we feel it's time that this country requires a little more tenderness. I'm not saying the candidate that they put up was right. I'm saying we require tenderness, not Hillary Clinton. Obama's wife is lovely, understanding, firm, strong. That's what the country needs. Sure, it's not a woman. We need an individual, a human. And because of fairness, the country really does want the democratic country more wants, to go that direction. Okay, I told you I don't do politics. What am I doing? What are you doing? Don't pull me in. You're pulling me in. Don't pull me in, Nick. Don't do it. Wait, let me see. They do give. They do stop it. See, it's you saying it that makes that. Wait, they don't. I can't make it the 13th because we're putting the pre-roller event on the 14th, and my birthday is the 5th. Yours is on the 15th. Mine is on the 13th. This is wild. I'm going to definitely try. Send me all the information on the pre-roller event on the 14th. Send me everything. Send me all the information. I will definitely be there. My birthday's on the 13th. I'm going to micro wrestling in Keystone Heights. I am so super jazzed. Can't make it the 13th because we're putting the pre-roller event on the 14th. The birthday's on the 15th. Right. That's wild. So your birthday is the day after? Wow. Right here, we have 3 December 13th. I am so shocked right now. See, it's the energies and the frequencies that we're calling and pulling people in. But then also December 15th, my Nan just turned 100 on the 5th of December. Look, I'm drooling. Isn't this wild energy? I'm just throwing it out there. That's what I'm feeling and seeing, yo. That's wild. That's bringing in a lot of amazing energies, y'all. Okay. Nick, take a deep breath. Wait, let me just see. This is what women totally were against. Just take a deep breath and see it differently. Understand it not from a man's point of view, but understand it from somebody who's been oppressed, somebody who couldn't vote, somebody in some places still can't drive. They're not allowed to. Who are we? We as a country right now, let me just, Nick, wait, don't say anything. This is the only time I'm ever gonna say this. Right now, we as a country are not standing up for our women, and we need to. We as a country, as men, need to join women as human beings and stand up for the rights of the individual. That's all I'm gonna say. That's it. We're gonna move on from that because we need to be powerful for them. They need to be powerful for us. It's a give and take. And sometimes you just got to find the right one. Wow, the music it is. I'm loving it too. It's just, I feel like it's a little mini, like a little mini dance club. It's Friday night. Welcome to Highly Motivated. We're here. We're vibing. We're jamming. We're getting down. We're talking community. We're smoking a little together. I don't know if I ever lit this thing. I think I did. It looks like there's enough left in there for another session. Just a little quickie. Let me do a little quickie. 1, 2. Okay. So thank you for joining us tonight. Thank you for being a part of the vibe of the podcast. Whatever you want to call this. I call it a smoke sesh. I miss the smoke sesh. Used to go to people's houses. No conversation. We didn't have anything to fucking talk about. We were going there to smoke. But we'd sit and our energies would combine. And the conversations that would come spiraling out of the smoke sesh. That was the magic. That was the idea creation. Let me see. Danny D. It's Danny D or Danid. Wait, let me see. Danid. It might be Danid 922. Welcome to the show. It looks like he's, that's what's great, is because the smoke sesh brought everybody together. And this show is bringing people together internationally, domestically, locally. Look, that's a vibe. That is the biggest smoke sesh. It went off. Just clearing it out. That to me right there would be like, one of the biggest smoke sessions anywhere. The biggest concurrent. Lando! Yalla! How are you doing? Chicago smoking and toking, baby. That is fantastic. We got Chicago in the house. The coldest, windy ass city. Man, I remember parties on the pier. These guys, the Landows, are the best. The best! In all of Chicago, the Landows are the best. Don't mess with the Landows, all right? Welcome to the show. See, this is the electricness of what we're doing here. This is what it's all about. No expectations, just community. Just a little smoky tokey, a talkie. And the conversation will change depending on what we want. Tonight, we were talking about time travel, interdimensional, frequency modulation. We talked about the Kosovo of mirrors and the future of blah, blah, blahs. And energy and magic. And now we talk about everything. Dude, I love you guys too. That is fantastic. That is fantastic. Love you too, man. Miss you guys. Happy holidays. You guys are close enough. Chicago's not that bad. It's not that far. Angie would love to meet you guys. I'm telling you, you guys would love her. That's the community, how it comes together. It's family, it's friends, it's acquaintances. It's people coming for education, to maybe learn about the different cannabinoids and the different concentrates. Tonight we talked about different concentrates. I mean, we got pretty high, but we talked about different things. And actually, I'm not done getting high. Let me just get the Top Gun out. I think this is Top Gun. I'm just gonna check. I have to check. This is rosin, not resin. Rosin, no additives, just the flower washed, and then all this beautiful trichomes and beautiful Golders hash has been freeze dried and then pressed. And that beautiful shit is this right here. That's Top Gun. Top Gun sativa makes my nose tickle a bit. What kind of review is that? Makes my nose tickle. It's a mental energy boosty. It just, hey, here I am. I think it's great to be able to smell and taste the cannabinoids. When I'm doing my concentrate in here, this is a concentrate as well, by the way, right here. Also a concentrate. But when I am doing, and I got my little holder, the case that it comes in, you take the bottom, that's your holder, damn it. Genius shit. Goldflower's like on top of their shit, yo. On top of it, like generations ahead. Okay. This product right here, I really don't taste it so much. I feel it very quickly and very strong. But with the Puffco Proxy, even on low temperature, it depends what I smoke though. Some things you might get more of a terpiness. But in this, I taste it. I almost taste it like I'm hitting a joint. And I'm always looking for a product that is as close to hitting a natural joint. So I smoke rosin. I don't do a distillate. Distillate makes it feel like I have water on my lungs. But if you smoke too much rosin, listen, here's where it gets different. You smoke too much of this. It gets heavy on your chest. So you either have to take breaks or start smoking things like mulin. Mulin combined with CBD, like in a pre-roll, that right there can start clearing out the upper respiratory. You start clearing out the upper respiratory, boom, you can breathe again. But maybe take a fucking break. Take a break. Don't be like this. Don't be like, look, I'm just showing you so that you don't do it. But I'm showing you so that you don't do it. I'm just saying, don't do it. Don't do it. I like combining my own hybrid. So a distillate is a singular THC. So this is a full cannabinoid product. A full THC, CBD, CBN, CBGA, precursor. It's everything. 250 different cannabinoids right here in one, because it has not yet gone through a decarboxylation process. A distillate, I'm just using it as an example. A distillate is a singular THC. So they've taken the product and they put it through its whole process and they've extracted just the THC. Okay? And then they've taken just this distilled, cleaned THC and they inject it with a botanical additive, a BDT, botanical derived terpene. That means these things can come from tomatoes, tomatoes, oranges, cherries, pine extract, I don't know, but it could. And then these things, which are perfectly safe and organic, are then added to a singular, cleaned THC distillate, just singular. That means not broad spectrum or full spectrum, singular. And so it's a distilled THC, botanical terpenes added, and voila. But wait. Sometimes, I tell you, sometimes people have a product that is a broad spectrum cannabinoid product. So it could be a vape, which is like Turn's awesome. But there's some where it's not just a singular THC, it's a broad spectrum cannabinoid. So it's not full spectrum, but it's a lesser, not quite rosin beautiful, but a lesser version of, with botanical terpenes added, like resin. When I said like between resin and rosin, this is rosin, beautiful. No, this is rosin. It's beautiful. It's pure. I love it pure. I don't want it messed with. I don't know why this accent, but we're gonna go with it. What was I talking about? Shit. But a distillate, it's singular. It's okay. So resin. Okay, that's what I was saying. So rosin, beautiful. I was kissing it a moment ago. Nothing's added. Resin has gone through some sort of distillation process. It is not a full spectrum cannabinoid product, but a broad spectrum cannabinoid product that has gone through some sort of a process where even BDTs are added, which is botanical derived terpenes, not CDTs, cannabis derived terpenes, which can be extracted and re-implanted into a I only like CDTs, which are cannabis derived terpenes. So a resin would be a product that is a lesser. The rosin is you don't want to fuck with it like that. It's terrible. I'm not talking about resin. You're gonna laugh at me though. I smoke, like, I think shatter is like a resin. I will smoke almost anything, but if it tastes bad, if I can taste bad chemicals or additives, or like with flour, I've been trying some THCA. I've been trying some beautiful CBD. I've been trying some product that they say is organic and pure, and I can taste chemicals. I can taste fertilizers, things that weren't flushed out of the plant when I eat it raw. So I eat cannabis raw, and when I eat it raw, I can taste what people are hiding. If you can't eat it, you shouldn't smoke it. If you can't eat it, don't smoke it. Man, I tell you, energy, electric, loving it. Where am I? stopped reading some things. It's a symphony of ingredients. So that's what a distillate is. It's a symphony of ingredients where I'm a bit of a purist. I like the flower. I like to stay with the flower. I like the smoky okies, my doinky oinkies. With added zoink occasionally. So a doink is a 1 gram. A doink is a 2 gram. A super doink is a 3 gram. And then a doink with a zoink means maybe you've got like a rosin oil wrapped around in a Fibonacci sequence on the outside of the joint. Like a spiral. It's fantastic. But you want to do counterclockwise. Or maybe the center of the joint is laced with diamonds or a hash, or maybe another rosin oil or something maybe like a crystalline or sauce stashes, but can be a little messy. And then maybe, of course, the joint is rolled in keef, which is the powdery, beautiful shit. When you're grinding it, it's, those crystallines that have fallen into like a hash. That would be like a hash-ish. It's a form of hash, I think. But yes, I don't know. I went off into a whole somewhere I went. So yes, on that note, thank you everybody for joining me here on Highly Motivated. Thank you for joining the energy, the group, the crowd. Bring amazingness to your weekend. Bring kindness. You don't have to be nice to be kind, okay? But it helps sometimes. Don't let them walk on you. Be strong. Be powerful. Be kind. Be understanding. Be forgiving. Don't judge. Don't judge yourself and don't judge anybody else. Don't need and don't want. Just believe in that better world. Believe in better morals or better understanding. Believe in safety and security and power. And there are so many things that you can manifest. Don't overwhelm yourself. Don't overwhelm yourself, okay? Especially approaching the end of the year. You've got, you're trying to make all these, what is the word called? I don't even know what it's called. I'm so high, I forgot the words. I forgot words. Words are something I've forgotten. Always great here. Thank you, Chris. Christopher, I appreciate that greatly. Thank you. I appreciate you coming to the show and interacting with everybody and being so kind. By the way, just before I forget, before I close it out, you got to check out Christopher's Time Machine Project. He's a science fiction writer, science fiction thinker and creator, a thought-provokist, a futurist. Oh, there you go, man. So Christopher Serrell is a futurist, a thought-provokist. He is within the sci-fi community, creating life, creating stories. Check him out. LinkedIn. He's on LinkedIn. I think that's where his mate. Now, if you've got other things, Chris, that you've got other places that you post things, please put links or anything like that. We'd love to get those updates. Been loving to hear the new changes and stories, the Time Machine Project, Christopher Serrell. And if I'm butchering the name, I apologize. I'm so sorry. The Alice in the Abyss. Oh, I gotta go listen to that. Alice in the Abyss is the latest episode. Really putting out beautiful stuff and just so awesome. And you're all so awesome. Thank you very much. By the way, I don't usually, if you follow me, put a like, share, spread the message of kindness, because that's all we're here to do now. We're pushing the frequency out. We're gonna change the fucking world one person at a time. We're gonna bring new frequency, new energy, new hope, and enthusiasm for life. Not positivity necessarily. Enthusiasm for life. Keep it simple, keep it cool. New enthusiasm for life, new kindness. Kindness for our environment, our society. Kindness and understanding. putting ourselves in other people's shoes, not judging the world by an individual, not carrying our pain into every conversation, not carrying our hurts and our issues into every new environment. Take all of that and put it on the imaginary table. Don't forget about it, but don't let it become you. Don't let it become you. You become the fucking quantum amazing energy that you are. You become the manifestation that you believe and desire. That's what you need to become. That's what you need to be putting your energy towards. Not thinking of the past or thinking of the future, but thinking of the now. Creating now, changing now, being now. Look, I am manifesting getting younger. I'm 50 on the 13th. So Friday the 13th, I'm turning 50. I know I'm talking about it a lot, but whatever, I can do that. This is my birthday month. The whole month is my birthday month. So after my birthday, I'm still going to be talking about it. Only because we're doing micro wrestling. Listen, if you're in Florida, Keystone Heights, Friday the 13th, at the bar, don't know the name of it, Nick does, but I don't know the name of it. There's micro wrestling, little people wrestling, WWE style. There are multiple matches. I think it's going to be cold, and even if it's not, I'm ready. I'm ready for this. I'm going to bring a few doink-a-doinks and maybe a doink-a-zoink. Very excited. Just, that's it. Okay, so I was saying goodbye, wasn't I? I think I was. And see what I do? I keep talking. Because the vibe of this is so fantastic. The energy of this, I wish Angie would jump on. She said we were joking about it because she doesn't want to get in front of the camera. And I understand, I respect her. Because not everybody can be on camera. I myself, I don't care what you think of me at all. I have an ability to let everything go because I don't care. It's gone. I mean, do I need to think about it later? Sure, I'll grab it, put it right there. It's like, it's a lot to think about. Oh, it's fucking deep, it's deep. What do? I don't know. I'm thinking about it right now. What am I going to fucking do? But wait. This shit's getting deep. I got to think about it later. Okay, hold on a second. I take that shit out, put it back on that fucking table. Done. I'm good. Let's move on. I don't want to slow down the energy of my thought for now. How to take away from any moment of any beautiful thing. Like right now, I'm looking at a Chinese lantern plant. I don't want to grab it and bring it over here, but it's beautiful. And I just keep looking up and seeing the flower holding, and I'm thinking, wow, that's why they call it a lantern. Oh, don't, Lauren. But in its simplicity, it's to describe it, it folds over like a lantern. And its leaves are veined in orange, yellow, and beautiful, beautiful dark reds. Blood red almost. And it's hanging off of a plant where the leaves look very reminiscent of marijuana. I did not notice that just now. I don't want to tear a leaf off because I wouldn't want to do that, but that is wild. So Chinese lantern plant, beautiful flower, and a leaf structure very similar to that of cannabis sativa. If I'm thinking of the past, I'm thinking about the future, I'm worried what you're going to say, something that I'm going to say. I don't give a shit. I don't think that deep into any of this. I don't approach any one of these shows I have an idea of what I want to talk about, things that, and my understanding, things I've spoken about, things I'm into, things I have interest in, but whatever's going to flow. I turn this thing on and go live, and you're getting me authentic. You're getting me live. You're getting me thinking about the show right there. Like the first 20 minutes of the show, I'm just getting high. I just need to get into it. It's been a tough day. Today was a tough day. Jacksonville traffic is no joke. That had me in a bind. Look at me, I'm exhausted from it. And that being said, I realize I have an early morning. Not terribly early, I'm up normally anyways. Mentally, I'm talking to myself. I'm reminding myself, go to sleep right now, go. So I have to go. Thank you for joining the show. See me again on Sunday. We're going to have a blast. Friday's show, I'm just going to let you know, I'm not doing live. I'm going to go pre-recorded, smoke a joint with everybody for my birthday, and I'm going to be at the Micro Wrestling, spending it live with my family and friends. So that's going to be the energy. I'm excited. I can't wait. I'm not saying I'm not going to videotape it. That's going to be cool. But yeah, I can't wait. I'm very excited. And on the 14th, send me all the information on the pre-roll gala. But and I think that's, where is that? Is that in Tampa or Orlando? You know, so it doesn't matter. I'll be there. But send it to me. But I'll be there. Sunday sounds great. I'll see you then. Good. And thank you, Christopher. I appreciate it. It's, I know, early, but I'll take it. I'll take it early. I'm okay with that. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Oh, the Dr. Pepper's coming back at me. Have a great night. Have a great weekend. I'll see y'all Sunday for the Sunday Smoky Okie Tokies. All right, be cool, be awesome, be kind. Yes, love it. Good energy, everybody. Amazing energy, everybody. You're all amazing. You are all amazing. Okay, we'll see you later. Ciao.